love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, PNC.
Would you enjoy waking up and not having to reach for your glasses? See clearly with LASIK from Bismarck LASIK. Imagine no more hassles or expenses of glasses and contacts. At Bismarck LASIK, our highly experienced LASIK surgeon, Dr. Stephen Wexler, and our state-of-the-art clinic can improve your vision through a quick corrective procedure that's affordable and life-changing. Book your free consultation with Bismarck LASIK. Call 701-222-2020, 701-222-2020, or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial. It's time for North Dakota High School football. This live digital radio broadcast on the PSP network is brought to you by PNC National Bank, Subway, Hub International Insurance, The Medicine Shop, Bismarck State College, Bobcat of Mandan, Tires Plus, the Chuppy Chiropractic Clinic, Bismarck LASIK, and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Now, it's time for the countdown to kickoff on the PSP network.
AA football tonight rolls on as WDA conference foes tangle here at the MDU Resources Community Bowl. Hi again, football fans, alongside Myron Schultz, Todd Domries, as we have the Minot High Magicians in town on homecoming night to square off against their conference foe, the Bismarck High School Demons. Bismarck High 1-1 in the season, Minot 0-2 winless, and first, I guess, Myron, welcome to the PSP Network.
It's exciting. It's a great night for football, and I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only do we have a digital audio broadcast tonight, we bring you our first look in the Bismarck Mandan community at our digital video broadcast as well that we're happy to present to you on the PSP Network tonight. More of this to come, folks, as we get further and further ingrained into this broadcast capabilities here in Bismarck and Mandan. Couldn't be more excited to bring you the video tonight as well as the audio and what should be a very entertaining football game. Bismarck High started the season with a late touchdown to win against Mandan. Then last week they went over to Fargo-Shanley and lost after losing their all-states, leading everything, Isaiah Hoos, the tailback. And Minot's two hard-fought losses for them against EDC foes, West Fargo and Fargo-Davies. So a lot of similarities in two teams probably trying to kind of figure things out here, missing a couple key components.
Yeah, so Minot High lost their Rosicka. They lost their starting tailback the first 5 minutes of their first game also. So both of them are, reimagining themselves a little bit and gearing up. And it's early in the season, and they just got to find the next way they're going to be productive offensively.
Well, we know one thing. Mark Gibson in his 23rd season, he's had to have battled with a few injuries before, and I'm sure no stranger to having to fill in and move some chess pieces around, so to speak. And then you got Chauncey Henderson, the second-year head coach for the Minot High Magicians, and I'm sure this has been a kind of a strenuous week for the staffs of both Minot High and Bismarck High. Bismarck has had less time, I guess. Rosiska's been out since week 1, so Minot's had an extra week to get ready. So, but as a coach and as a staff, I'm sure that puts you through your paces and maybe causes you guys to lose a little sleep, right?
Yeah, you dread it. First thing you dread it for is for the student athlete.
Yeah.
They put so much work in, and you're just devastated for them. But then the next step is, hey, you move on. It's one of the life lessons you learn. And some things I think of real quick is one of the things that we did in the past was we got imaginative. That might mean we ran a wildcat offense and the quarterback ran an extra blocker. We just did something different. Or the next thing is, you go back to play to the strength of your team. Do you have another weapon, or do you have some more things you can do? Can you second-year quarterback, can you throw a little bit more, and go to that? Because maybe you have to now a little bit. Next man up. The next thing I really found out is called self-fulfilling prophecy. You start telling someone they're a starter, and they know they're the starter. You treat them like the starter. People start acting that way. A lot of times we compartmentalize people, and we view them in that role, and we start viewing them in another role. They step up, and some of that's, that comes on the coaching staff, being excited about the next man up. And then, Ashton Mosoff tonight, he doesn't have to do it himself. He doesn't need to press. It's got to be the whole team executes a little bit better. So a lot of it's just we move on, and you're going to get the best version of our team tonight.
Can you tell that's coming from a Hall of Fame coach right there, folks? That's Myron Schultz breaking down. And that was outstanding. I mean, I don't even know where to go after that. But you know both these teams are going to figure out a way. They're too good at programs, too good at teams, too good of overall program to just have one little injury swipe the whole season. So I expect that both teams are going to figure this out quickly, and we're going to see I think a slugfest type of football game tonight. A series that Bismarck High has won 7 straight in. The last win was back in 2014 for Minot High when they beat Bismarck High in the 3A semifinals. So it's been a while since Minot has upended Bismarck High, but hey, without Hoos, Bismarck High is a different team, and you saw that last week on the road. As soon as Hoos went out, Fargo Shanley went on a roll and took care of the Demons.
Yeah, I just think, they probably got to become, one of my, going back to some of the keys of the game, maybe a little later is, but I think Bismarck High is going to be more balanced. If they try to stick to the, Mark Gibson, run the ball down your throat all day, game long, I think, Minot is going to add people to the box, and you're going to make it a tough way to break in the new guy. But if you keep it balanced and keep them honest and let your offensive line work your blocking schemes, it'll be there. So, but you can't rely too heavily on one thing. You probably got to look at a good run-pass balance tonight.
Bismarck High 7-2 last year, ran it all the way to the semifinals before being upended by West Fargo Cheyenne. Minot High 2-5 last year, no playoffs for Chauncey Henderson in his first season at the helm of the Magi. But hey, both teams looking to find a way now as you start getting deep into the WDA season. It is the 11 AA season, but now these games are the ones that really start to matter when you're playing against your West Region foes. So we'll break down that and more as we come back. We'll dig into the schedule for tonight. We'll bring you our upcoming broadcast schedule on the PSP network. We'll take a look at the 3A, or not the 3 anymore, the 11 AA poll, and we'll have your keys to the game as our countdown to kickoff continues. It's Bismarck High, it's Minot. More after this break on the PSP network.
No matter what the size of the project, Bobcat of Mandan has a tough Bobcat skid steer or track loader for any job. Call Bobcat of Mandan and rent the perfect machine. Rentals are available by the day, week, or month with multiple attachment options and even a trailer when available. Special weekend rates too. Bobcat of Mandan also has Doosan excavators and payloaders, plus Coyote tractors for rent. Get the work done fast. Bobcat of Mandan on the Strip.
This live digital radio broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Subway, Hub International Insurance, The Medicine Shop, Bismarck State College, Bobcat of Mandan, Tires Plus, Chuppy Chiropractic Clinic, Bismarck LASIK, and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Make sure to stay up to date with all things high school athletics at PSP.network. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Have real questions about your future? Here's your real answer. BSC offers hands-on training and a real college experience, making your future a reality. You don't have to travel far and wide for a really great education. Check us out at bismarckstate.edu.
Todd Domrey's, Myron Schultz back at the MDU Resources Community Bowl as there comes the Minot Magicians into a chorus of boos from the homestanding Bismarck High fans. It's going to be a raucous crowd tonight as it's homecoming night. You'll have the Demonettes, the Demon Nuts at halftime. We'll give you a glimpse of that. That's always entertaining. You got the band out tonight. You've got the Hall of Fame inductions at halftime. There was a great tailgate going on when we came in on a beautiful night for football. Maybe a little warm if you're one of the bigs in the trenches tonight, but it's about 80 degrees, kind of an overcast, hazy night, but hardly a breath of wind, so just almost a perfect night for football, Myron.
Yes, it's beautiful, and even coming in, even especially the high school level, seeing tailgating going on, so it's quite an atmosphere here tonight. We had a snake dance behind the band coming in, so it's a great atmosphere. We got kids rolling down the side of the grassy knoll right now, so it's going to be a fun night for the Bismarck High faithful.
Well, we talked about in our first break there about Isaiah Hoos being out now. He had compartment syndrome, had surgery. He's done for the football season. There is some hope that Isaiah is going to get back for the wrestling season, so that's good news for him. He took place in some of the homecoming activities this week for the Bismarck Demons. He was rolling around in a wheelchair, had a big smile on his face, so, hey, good news for him. And then Hunter Rosiska, the talented multi-sport athlete, had a great summer this year playing for the Minot Vistas in Legion Baseball, and so he's a kid that's been a leader for that team, and, he's out with an ACL injury, so both these teams having to figure out new pieces, new parts. But, hey, the cupboard is not bare for either one of these football teams, and I want to talk about the trenches a little bit because Bismarck High, low numbers this year. They're only in the 70s for the number of kids out. They got a returning first-team All-Stater in Connor Hedges on the line, but it's a little different mix from the offensive and defensive line for the Bismarck Demons this year.
Yeah, it's one of the things you look at it, and the first thing I noticed jumped off of me, the Minot High's offensive line is big. And I looked at Bismarck High's defensive line, and what they report is not, pretty small size. So they're probably going to be blitzing and moving and, making big guys miss them is what they're probably going to be trying to do. But even like one thing that you really pointed out is Jack Schaefer last year was playing for Wachter Middle School. He's a true freshman, and he's playing in WDA. And I remember like Luke Singer doing that. But that's quite a step. So it tells you that And then I think Luke Doctor's maybe making his first start tonight too. So it's a young group, but they're there for a reason.
Well, tonight, the other games will be tracking for you on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. West Fargo is across town at the Starion Complex to the Sanford Sports Complex, I beg your pardon, as they will be taking on West Fargo in what should be a good matchup across town here. Williston has traveled in to take on Mandan. Legacy is at Fargo Davies. And then some other games that are of interest here in 11 single-A football. Fargo North is at Dickinson, Watford City at Turtle Mountain, and number 1 versus number 2 in the single-A poll has St. Mary's at Jamestown tonight, which could be a heck of a football game, and it could set up another matchup 1 versus 2 next week. If Shanley wins tonight and St. Mary's wins next week on the PSP Network, we have Shanley at St. Mary's, so that could be another 1 versus 2 matchup in single-A football. But the 11 AA poll looks like this. Century's number 1. The 2-time defending state champion Patriots undefeated on the season. West Fargo Cheyenne checks in at number 2. Shanley is number 3. Bismarck High is number 4. And then Legacy and West Fargo tied at number 5. As here's your Bismarck Demons making an entrance onto the field as they got the fog coming out, the flag, the Demons make their appearance here on their home turf, the Bismarck Community Bowl, on a nice night for football. As your preseason poll had Bismarck High number 3 in the state. Minot was receiving some votes, and this is going to be an interesting matchup. I'm curious to see how both these quarterbacks, Caden Fisher's a returning second-year starter for Bismarck High, and then you got the young guy for Minot High, the junior who, according to some, won the quarterback job. Jaden Sparrow is a kid that they had a quarterback in Emke last year that did some nice things, and hey, Sparrow won the job, and now Emke's on the defensive side, not making the start tonight for Minot High. But hey, kudos to him. He won the job in camp, and now, hey, he's having to figure out what to do with an offense that is without one of their playmakers. So which one of those quarterbacks kind of rises to the occasion tonight? It's probably going to be one of the teams that has a way to win the football game.
One of the things that sticks out in my mind a little bit is, the AA scenario. A greater percentage of the teams in AA actually make the state playoffs.
Yep.
So, you're gonna have to beat like one team in the West to get into the playoffs. So what that means is that you have a chance to take the whole season to get good. If you have to reimagine yourself because you lost a position player, you can tinker a little bit. You have the whole season to get better and peak at the end. So, but you got to secure that spot in the playoffs.
WDA standings look like this as we enter play tonight. In West Region play, Century is 2-0. Bismarck High 1-0 with that victory over Mandan. Minot has yet to play a conference game in the West. They're 0-2 against the EDC teams. And then Williston, Legacy, and Mandan all looking for their first win tonight in West Region play. I mentioned that upcoming PSP Network schedule looks like this. You've got Thursday night, we've got Dickinson at Minot. That'll be volleyball action on the 16th of September. That's Thursday night again. And then next Friday, we'll be back on the air with a doubleheader. Shanley at St. Mary's and Mandan will be up in Minot at Dwayne Carlson Stadium for the Magi homecoming night next Friday night. That's our games a week from tonight. We'll take a timeout. So when we come back, the starting lineups and the opening kick from the Bismarck Community Bowl. It's the Bismarck Demons and the Minot Magicians. 11 AA football. You got it next right here on the PSP Network.
When you come in with your business plan, your vision, your idea, we can make it a reality.
I love seeing projects come alive for our clients.
We're real people helping real people.
We know you, and we're always happy to see you.
We build relationships. You're part of the BNC family.
We are part of the community.
It's what we're built on.
Yours truly, BNC.
If your eyes could talk, they'd tell you life is better with LASIK. No more reaching for your glasses. No more dry eye from overwearing your contact lenses. Right now, Bismarck LASIK is offering free consultations for LASIK procedures. Break free from the daily hassles and expenses of glasses and contacts. Life is clearly better. Book your free consultation today with Bismarck LASIK and see the difference. Call 222-2020 or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Todd Armory's Myron Schultz back at the Community Bowl in the capital city of Bismarck for tonight's WDA football matchup. Bismarck High hosting the Minot Magicians. Good to have the Medicine Shop of Bismarck on board for tonight's broadcast. They're proud to support local athletes. The Medicine Shop offers free delivery, and you can get your flu shot right now at the Medicine Shop in Bismarck. Here's your starting lineups. First off, for the Bismarck High offensive unit, as Minot High won the toss, they deferred. They'll have the football in the second half. Bismarck's offense for 23rd-year head coach Mark Gibson looks like this. Your right tackle is Jaron Breedenbach. He's a 300-pound senior. Connor Hedges, a returning first-team All-Stater, is the right guard. He's 255 and a senior. Cade Brandt is the center at 280 and a senior. Luke Doctor gets the start tonight at left guard. He's a 185-pound sophomore. And the left tackle is the freshman Jack Schaefer at 275 pounds. Tight end is Cole Johnner, 185-pound junior. Mason Huber is the split end at a 160 and a junior. Ethan Stotts is your flanker at 195 and a senior. Your fullback is a returning state champion wrestler and a good football player as well, Brock Fettig. He's a 180-pound senior. Tailback getting the start tonight, filling in for the injured Isaiah Hoos is Ashton Molsoff. He's a 155-pound sophomore. We'll get a few carries tonight for the Demons, Will Molsoff, and the quarterback is the second-year starter, Caden Fisher, the 180-pound senior for Bismarck High. So do you see some sophomores? You see some freshmen in that starting lineup for the Bismarck Demons. That is something new for head coach Mark Gibson. Here's your starting Minot defensive unit for their head coach, Chauncey Henderson. They'll go like this in this 3-4 defensive lineup. Aiden Beckendahl is the 320-pound junior nose guard. Caleb Spitzer's a defensive end at 260 and a senior. Caden Turnbow's a defensive end at 220 and a junior. 4 linebackers, Elijah Ward's 175-pound senior. In the inside, Leighton Ludwig is 180 and a senior. The outside backers are Michael George, he's 170 and a sophomore. Jonas Bubak is the outside backer on the right side, he's 190 and a senior. Your corners are the 2 seniors. Breck Thompson is 165 and Tyler Badeau is 175-pound senior. Your strong safety is the sophomore Logan Conklin, and your free safety is the senior Ethan Pankow. Again, Minot High on that defensive unit, 7 senior starters on that defense. That's one thing, Myron, as we get into those starting lineups is there's a lot more seniors, just numbers, I guess, for Minot High. And that's got to be a luxury for a head coach like Chauncey Henderson, especially when you're trying to fill in for, one of your stars and Rosiska that's out. You do have some seniors. They got 7 seniors on defense tonight and 8 seniors starting on offense tonight. So, hey, you know what it's like. Upperclassmen dominate in leagues like the WDA.
And the recipe for success also can be you play really good on the other side of the ball. And you have 8 seniors. That's one of the things. You even look at the sizes and the specs, they look really good on the Minot side of the defense. And plus, it's Coach Henderson's second year, so these kids have been in his system and speaking his language and doing his drills for 2 years now. So you just see the growth and you see teams emerge through that.
Well, the starting lineups being introduced on the field is, again, nice night for football. A good crowd has filed in here in support of the homestanding Demons on homecoming night, Hall of Fame night for the Demons. And it's, I was going to say it's haze, but it's probably smoke again. I mean, that's been the soup du jour, I guess, this fall for us in the upper Midwest and the Northern Plains has been a little bit of haze and a little bit of fog has been the thing that we've been dealing with. As we'll get a chance to tell you who our officials are tonight. Jed Steiner's your white hat. Jordan Holm is the umpire. Ryan Holder, the line judge. Brady Weber is your head lineman. And Tyler Boone is your back judge, our officiating crew tonight. Here, thanks to Tires Plus for bringing you tonight's game. When you're shopping for tires, shop Tires Plus. All the brands under one roof and guaranteed lowest prices, and there's service after the sale with the Tires Plus plan. You can't go wrong with Tires Plus. Visit them online at Tires Plus ND. Good to have Tires Plus on for a broadcast sponsor here on the PSP Network. The 2 teams getting their final instructions from their respective special teams coaches. Bismarck High will be receiving the football. Minot High's got a returning kicker back, as Barch is a returning gentleman that was doing the booting last year for Minot High, an accomplished kicker, and does a nice job with that. Bismarck High will have Schroeder and Sims back deep to receive this kick. Bismarck High will be moving right to left from our vantage point. That'll be west to east here on the artificial turf of the Bismarck Community Bowl. Kind of an unusual spot to kick from. Barch is a right-footed kicker, Myron, but he's got it on that left hash mark. You don't see that a whole lot. Usually a right-footed kicker would maybe have it on this hash mark, but I guess there's really no recipe for success on kicking. Those guys are a different breed, right?
Yeah, and sometimes it causes you to do that as a wind, meaning you don't want to kick into a wind or go crosswind. But usually when they go to that third of the field, they're really going to try to pin you into that third of the field and get rid of your return space and have the whole team converge onto that one area. So they're trying to restrict the space of the return. But yeah, you are right. It's usually the other hash.
Yeah, usually that'd be a left-footed kicker would be putting it on that hash mark. But nonetheless, Barch has a hand up, the run up, and the boom. It's a deep end-over-end kick, and it's going to sail into the end zone. Flies over the head of Hudson Schroeder, and Bismarck High's Caden Fisher will bring out that offensive unit again up front. Breedenbach, Hedges, Brandt, Doctor, Schaefer, the tight end Johnner, split end receivers, Huber and Stotts. Fettig's your tailback. Check that fullback. Molsoff is your sophomore tailback. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see Bismarck High chuck one up deep immediately. That's what everybody's not expecting, and that's what Coach Gibson will probably.
He's in a one-back set. Not his traditional I-back set.
Ball right between the hash marks. 1st and 10 Demons from the 20-yard line. Quick hitter, far sideline. It's caught by Huber. Turns it up on the sideline. Good gainer. Near the sticks. Almost first down yardage. Check that. That was Ethan Stotts. Bumped out of bounds by Logan Conklin of Minot High, but a quick 8 and a completion right out of the gate. I love the call to get your quarterback some confidence. Easy, quick hitter.
Yep, take another one of your strengths. If Stotts is one of your strengths and he's out there one-on-one, make him go double him, and then that opens up your interior run game. And use all your weapons. Don't rely on your old star running back the whole game. So now mix it up. I like that first call also.
2nd down and 2 for the Demons. Fisher's under center with an eye backfield behind him. And a bobbled snap. It's down on the ground, and it looks like Fisher fell back on top of it before he's dumped on by a couple defensive interior linemen, including the nose guard, the 320-pound senior Aaron Beckendahl is going to get credited with the stop. Aiden Beckendahl, I beg your pardon.
He's a big man. He's an imposing figure right there in the middle of that defensive line.
Yeah, you're a quarterback that's 170 pounds, 180 pounds like Fisher. You're looking over and seeing him. That'll cause a few bobbled snaps. 3rd and short now for the Demons. No gain on 2nd down. It's 3rd and 2 for Bismarck High. They toss it wide side. Here comes Molsoff. He's got to get to the 30. He does. A 1st down carry. He bangs his way out to the 33-yard line. Bumped down there by Ethan Pankow, the free safety, but Bismarck High moves the chains on a 3rd down conversion through the legs of Ashton Molsoff.
That was an old toss play that Bismarck High loves. It looked like they had the corner, had the edge, and that Minot had lost leverage, but they did a good job of stringing it out and gaining leverage back and minimizing the gain.
First drive of the game, no score on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Bismarck High from their own 33-yard line, 1st and 10. They'll motion Stotts to twins and play action. Fisher rolling out to his right, dumps it over the middle. He's got Stotts again near the sticks, spins close to 1st down yardage, and I think they're going to give him forward progress before he's gang tackled there by Minot High. It was Leighton Ludwig and Michael George, the backers, to sandwich him down, but it's a gain of 11 on a 1st down play. Nets a 1st down for the Demons.
Nice bootleg play. They sucked the linebackers up, and there was a nice void there for the receiver to sit in. And once again, they're using a quick bubble screen. They're using a bootleg. They're running the traditional toss play, and they're doing a good job of mixing up their whole offense right now.
One receiver to the right, couple tight ends in the formation. H back to the right. Fisher under center. With Molsoff dotting an I formation, they'll hand it off to him. 2nd man through, angling left, puts his head down and burrows his way into Minot High territory, submarines his way for a gain of 8. Molsoff is snipered down there by Jonas Bubach, the right outside linebacker, but it's a good gain, and Bismarck High is in system right now on 1st down.
So they ran the power scheme there where they pull the backside guard and kick out with the fullback, and that was just very good execution by the offensive line. Let the offensive line do their job.
Bismarck High onto the Minot High side of the field. 2nd and a short 2 from the Minot 48-yard line. Offset eye to the right. Fisher, little misdirection. Now he bootlegs it out, and he flips it into the flat, and he's got his fullback, and that is Brock Fettig for a 1st down reception. Cut it at the 45, runs it out to the 38-yard line, gain of 10. He's tripped up from behind by Michael George, but this is an impressive opening drive here developing for the Bismarck Demons.
Great job by Fisher on that. We call that a storm alert, because when he booted, there's someone in his face right away, and he expected that, like going into a cave, and you expect a bat to fly by. You don't get surprised. He expected that person to be in his face, and he got the ball off to the receiver in the flat that had a little leverage out there.
Fettig's been his leading receiver here early on in the season. That's his 5th catch of the season. Bismarck High now 1st and 10, far hash mark. And they're going to hand it off on a little H-back run, and getting some room and carrying the football there was Molsoff. He gets 2. Looked like that was going to be a bigger gain than that, but coming up and flying up from his free safety spot is Ethan Pankow with a big hit in space for Minot High.
That was a fun play. That was an old wing T play. That's something Bob Feeney ran towards the end of his career. So Gibson must have had some old Demon film out this week.
Gain of 2, and it's 2nd down and a long 8 for Bismarck High. Wing to the left, one receiver each side. quick hitter, far side. He's got Stotts again. Can he make one man miss in space? He does. Turns it into a positive gain inside the 35-yard line, down to the 33. Tripping him up there was Logan Conklin, the free safety for the Magi. But a gain of 5, and it sets up 3rd down and 5 for Bismarck High.
That was a nice job by Stotts. That defender was in his personal space, and he still made a miss. So they used to say if you played tag with him in a phone booth, you couldn't tag him. So it was a good job of him beating that tackler to get those extra yards.
Well, Bismarck High, one of the things they struggled with last week was they settled for a few field goals, and that was their demise against Fargo Shanley. Now they have it 3rd down and 5 from the Minot 34-yard line. Another wing T formation and a misdirection play. No boot. No, it's a handoff. And going nowhere is Bismarck High as he's smothered down was Traden Koffel. And he loses yardage, and he ran right into the waiting arms of Caden Turnbow, the 220-pound junior D end, having nothing to do with that. Loss of 4 on the play.
I think that's called the old cross buck play. And he broke it. Going back to he's trying to get him to use all 3 running backs in some misdirection so you don't have to just key at the one in the backfield. So Gibby's doing a good job of using the whole team.
Demons electing to go for this, apparently, unless they pooch kick this, is Fisher's in the gun. Twin receivers to his left, and they're back to pass. Fisher rolling left, stopping in the pocket. Now he's flushed, runs, scrambles. He's going to tuck it. Can he get first down yardage? No. He is going to be jackknifed out of bounds, short of the sticks, gain of only 4 on 4th and 10. Tyler Badeau on the 4th down stick for Minot High, and on downs, Bismarck High, after an impressive drive, will turn it over and give it to the Minot High Magicians.
Good job by Minot High School there. Good job of containing that bootleg rollout. That wasn't a bootleg, it was a sprint out rollout, and good coverage.
There's that Minot High offense. Dylan Mitchell's up front. James Hedrick is up front. Caden DeWitts is your center. Left guard Caleb Spitzer. And your left tackle, beg your pardon, is Caden Turnbow. Quarterback is Jaden Sparrow, and they're going to hand it off to the second man through, and that is Blaze Ferry. Squirts off a hole on the left side, squirts out to the 41-yard line, gain of 4 before Carter Hankey on that defensive line for Bismarck High knifes him down. Here's the rest of that Minot offense. Is your tight end and leading receiver for Minot is Tyler Johnson. Ethan Pankow is the split end. Tyler Badeau is the flanker. Your fullback is the senior Jonas Bubach. Your tailback is the senior Blaze Ferry, and your junior QB Jaden Sparrow. On a handoff, 2nd down and 6, they give it to Ferry again, and he's very close to first down yardage, right up the hash marks on the left side. Another secondary guy for Bismarck High, Ty Allen, the safety, knifes him down in Minot High on 3rd and 1, right back at the line of scrimmage. No huddle for the Magi, and it's going to be a sneak and a first down. Nice play for the QB Jaden Sparrow, and 3 plays, 13 yards, and a first down as we've got 6 minutes to play here, first quarter. Scoreless on your BNC Bank scoreboard.
That great call by Coach Hendershot there. That when you do that quick, they called it Mayday back in the days of Craig Bull at NDSU. Get back up and run your 3rd down play before they can get a D-line short yardage call in. So great way to attack.
13 yards on 3 plays. Now Minot High tosses it wide side. Blaze Ferry right up the left side numbers into Bismarck High territory to their 49-yard line. Coming up from his free safety position, strong safety, is Hudson Schroeder. Actually, it's not a gain of 3. They marked him down right at midfield, so it's just a gain of 1 for the Magicians.
Blaze is living up to his name there. He's got a little speed to him.
Minot High quickly in and out of the huddle as they got it 2nd and 9 right from midfield, I backfield with 1 receiver each side. And a handoff, second man through, and going nowhere. I think that was Talon Junt. Yep, and nothing doing as he got stacked up and buried by Ben Nagel, the first maroon hat there for the Demons. That's a TFL, a loss of 2 as a linebacker stymied that play for the Demons.
Yeah, sitting down on a 3rd and 13 right now.
Minot High with 5 plays on this drive, all rushing plays. And now on 3rd and long, Sparrow's back in the gun, but it's going to be a quarterback draw. They got it set up, a couple blocks, angling for the pylon, but he's going to be cut out short. As he's going to be marked out of bounds at about the 44-yard line, and a late flag comes in. Judson Meschke from his corner position pushes him out of bounds. It'll be 4th and 4 pending this penalty call here as the Zebras will confer.
A little extracurricular. There's a little pushing, shoving at the end of the play.
Oh, and a personal foul on Bismarck High. That'll be a penalty on the Demons off the quarterback draw. That'll be a gain of 5 for Sparrow and tack on 15 more. First penalty of the night. A little undisciplined action there for the Bismarck Demons. That'll cause the blood pressure for head coach Mark Gibson to rise a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to jog over to that sideline after that. And now Minot High will be in 4-down territory at the plus 30.
1st and 10 from the far hash mark. Minot High moving left to right. 4:44 to play. First quarter. We're scoreless on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Now the officials going to stop play momentarily. And I couldn't catch exactly. I think they're just trying to pump the play clock up. Sparrow out of the gun. One receiver each side. He's got Talon Junt standing beside him on a wide side jet sweep. And there goes Minot High. Good gainer on first down. Tyson Rosiska, as Hunter Rosiska's younger brother, the sophomore, has a gain of 8 on a first down. Little jet sweep for Minot High.
They timed that up pretty well, and they had the running back who was in the backfield become a lead blocker. So they're bringing back the fly sweep.
Well, I like the rhythm here for Minot High. They are in and out of the huddle, and they got a purpose to this offensive drive. Handoff and getting belted right away. It was Talon Junt. Got hit hard there by Hudson Schroeder. Fell ahead for a gain of 1. And here it is again, Myron, 3rd and inches. No, they actually will mark him and give him a first down. Minot High was ready to, on 3rd and short, get to the line and snap it again, but they gave Talon Junt a first down.
Yeah, first off, that was a nice hit by Hudson Schrader. That safety came up and hit him in the hole. That was impressive. The next thing is, yes, they're trying to play fast on 3rd down, so you can't get those pinching defensive fronts that they play on 3rd and short.
1st and 10 Magi from the Demon 20-yard line. They fake a jet sweep. There goes Blaze Ferry right up the gut. Handoff to the tailback. And he falls ahead to the 16-yard line, gain of 4 before he's sniped down there by the safety Ty Allen for the Demons.
And they're trying to keep those linebackers honest to confuse their eyes. They fake the jet sweep and then get it to the tailback, and they got to make sure they follow the right lure.
Minot High, late substitution there. They might get too many men in the huddle, but I wonder if they're going to call timeout. Yes, indeed. A Hub International Insurance timeout. I think that was Chauncey Henderson saying, I don't want the 5-yard penalty for an illegal substitution. So Hub International brings you this timeout. Call them today for all your personal and business insurance needs. 3:23 to play in a fast-moving first quarter on your BNC Bank scoreboard. It's scoreless. Bismarck 0, Minot 0. We're back after this break on the PSP Network.
Your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esfold. Find them online at ackermanesfold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esfold. Find them at ackermanesfold.com.
2nd down and 7 for Minot High, and they run a little dump pass in the flat. First completion of the night for Sparrow. Hits his favorite receiver, Tyler Johnson. He's belted down by Hudson Schroeder for Bismarck High after a gain of 2. 3rd down and 8 now upcoming for the Magi.
You know, one thing is, this first quarter, really Hudson Schroeder showed up a lot. He's around that football. He's an active defensive player.
3rd and 8 for Minot High. Scoreless first quarter with 2:45 to play. Back to pass. Nope. Another play action and a quarterback design run, and nothing happening there. Another tackle for a loss for the Demons. This time it's Carter Hankey lowering the boom from his defensive end position, and this is going to send Minot High into an apparent field goal situation.
And what they're running is a quarterback draw, back when we were real crafty coaches, we called it Quebec for QB draw. And it's one of those things when the quarterback runs the ball, you have one extra blocker, so it gives the numbers to the offense.
Peyton Barch, we mentioned his kicking exploits in the pregame, has a 36-yarder teed up. Good right boot into it. It looks good, and he splits the uprights. Barch connects from 36 yards out, and Minot High strikes first here, and we'll take a field goal timeout. BNC Bank scoreboard, 2:04 to play. First quarter, it's Minot High 3 and Bismarck High 0.
We're still a community bank that's there for you.
When you come in with your business plan, your vision, your idea, we can make it a reality.
I love seeing projects come alive for our clients.
We're real people helping real people.
We know you, and we're always happy to see you.
We build relationships. You're part of the BNC family.
We are part of the community.
It's what we're built on.
Yours truly, BNC.
Play 65-yard scoring drive for the Minot Magicians. Now the ensuing kickoff by Peyton Barch is going to sail over the head of Carter Sims. Check that, Hudson Schroeder, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Demons from the 20-yard line as Chauncey Hendershot's got to be happy with that opening drive for the Minot Magicians as all runs except for one completed pass by Jaden Sparrow, and that was a short gainer to his tight end Tyler Johnson, but an effective drive for points for Minot High here to start the first quarter. Bismarck High now with their second possession. Molsoff will dot an I formation with bunched receivers to the right, 2 tight ends in the formation. Fisher under center, and it's a handoff, power play to the left. Off left tackle goes Ashton Molsoff. Leighton Ludwig, the backer, wraps him up for Minot High after a 3-yard gain out to the, check that, a 4-yard gain out to the 24-yard line.
One thing that kind of stood out there is Minot High's defensive secondary is up tight. They're up to defend the run right now. They're going to challenge Bismarck High to try to throw the ball.
Bismarck High moved it into Minot territory. Their opening possession came up dry on downs. Minot High leads 3-0 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. 1:28 to play here. First quarter. Toss play near side. Here comes Molsoff. Oh, and he's grabbed onto. And he's stuck onto Michael George. The long arms of the law there got a hold of Molsoff, and down went Molsoff after a gain of 1.
Yeah, what I did, long arms is right. It's called delivery of blow and block escape, and you just saw him shed his guy and make the tackle. That was an impressive defensive play by number 13, Michael George.
3rd down and 4 for the Demons now from the near side hash mark. A couple backs standing beside Fisher out of the gun with one receiver at each side. Gives a hand tap to his receiver, and the snap is back. Fisher pump fakes, points, rolls, flops one down the sideline. Too tall for his intended receiver, Ethan Stotts. Conklin was the closest defender there, but Stotts had a step, but it sailed over his head. Incompletion. First incompletion of the night for Fisher, and it sends Bismarck High to a punting situation.
And because of the length of the 3rd down relatively long, Minot was in a too high defense, so they were playing a little extra coverage, and so when Fisher looked back, it wasn't there. But he had a shot there. If he could have maybe a little less arc on it, he had a shot that play.
Tyson Rosiska back to receive this Ethan Stotts punt. Stotts standing at his 10-yard line. Good snap back. The boot is a low spiraling kick. Rosiska lets it bounce. Demon roll all the way to the 28-yard line. Rosiska picks it up there, reverses his field to the 30, and he's tripped up at the 35-yard line. It was Traden Koffel with a good special teams hit there with just 33 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Minot High forces that 3 and out, and the Magi get the football right back after a scoring drive on their first possession.
And after the first possession, I mean, one thing that really sticks out was the personal foul extended the play, but I was also very impressed with the field goal. It was just good operation. You can tell that the soccer-style kicking's come a long way in North Dakota in the last decade.
50-yard punt for Stotts with the roll, and a 7-yard return for Rosiska sets up Minot High. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Ball in the near side hash mark, and somebody didn't have the snap count down coming out of the huddle there. Is about half of the Magi moved, but the center didn't snap the ball. False start, first penalty of the game on Minot High.
And Bismarck's starting to do a lot with their show and bluff with their linebackers. They're bringing them up to the heels of the D-line and dropping them off. So they're Kobe's probably getting ready to start bringing his blitz package.
1st and 15 now for the Magicians. Sparrow will be under center. Blaze Ferry, Dotson I formation. Wide side receiver and a handoff to the tailback Blaze Ferry, and not much there as he gets decked down after about a gain of 1, and Brock Fettig there to seal the deal for the Demons. Short gain sets up 2nd down and long in what could be the last play here of the first quarter, but Minot looks like they're hustling to the line of scrimmage and into the huddle.
Yeah, usually you do that when it's windy and you want to get in when we're playing the wind. One thing you see about Fettig, you can tell he's a wrestler. We call it contact confidence, and wrestlers love that contact.
Gain of 1 for Ferry, and Minot High will not get this snap off as the quarter has expired. At the end of 1, a quarter break on the PSP network. BNC Bank scoreboard. End of the first quarter, it's Minot High 3, Bismarck 0. Back after this break on the PSP network.
To reach for your glasses? See clearly with LASIK from Bismarck LASIK. Imagine no more hassles or expenses of glasses and contacts. At Bismarck LASIK, our highly experienced LASIK surgeon, Dr. Stephen Wexler, and our state-of-the-art clinic can improve your vision through a quick corrective procedure that's affordable and life-changing. Book your free consultation with Bismarck LASIK. Call 701-222-2020, 701-222-2020, or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
Got big plans? No matter what the size of the project, Bobcat of Mandan has a tough Bobcat skid steer or track loader for any job. Call Bobcat of Mandan and rent the perfect machine. Rentals are available by the day, week, or month with multiple attachment options, and even a trailer when available. Special weekend rates too. Bobcat of Mandan also has Doosan excavators and payloaders, plus Coyote tractors for rent. Get the work done fast. Bobcat of Mandan on the Strip.
Minot High gets a 36-yard field goal from Peyton Barch, the only scoring in the first quarter. They're visiting Magi, lead 3-0 as we get set for the second quarter of play. We can tell you that tonight's game brought to you in part by Chuppy Clinic, where they offer more than just basic adjustments of the spine. Chuppy Clinic, you can find them online at chuppy.com. A little extended break here in the in-between quarters as Minot High will be facing a 2nd down and 14 as the Demon student section out in full force tonight.
Do you think the Demon Nuts are in the background, working one last choreograph of their routine?
I'm sure. I guarantee you somebody's going to be dressed up as a banana. 2nd and 14, Minot High motions. They fake a jet sweep. They'll hand it off to Blaze Ferry, and not much doing. Did not get back to the original line of scrimmage. Knocked down at the 34-yard line, gain of 3. Bridger Owens there to smack him down for the Demons.
So 3rd down and long.
Six carries now, 18 yards for Blaze Ferry to start the football game. Minot High now 3rd and 10. See if that Dale Colby blitz package comes into play now, Coach, as the Demons got him into 3rd and long. Rolling left is Sparrow. They flood the left side, throwing it to the flat, caught, 1st down. Nice play, good delivery there by the quarterback Sparrow, and he found his receiver, Ethan Pankow, just past the sticks, knocked out of bounds by Judson Meshke, the corner of the Demons, but it's a 1st down completion of 12 yards for the Magi.
One thing you see that they haven't done a lot of just straight drop back passing. It's been bootlegs and then these are just sprint outs. But they had good timing, good delivery. The ball was a third of the way there before the defender turned around. So good timing on that route.
Panka will come near side left, 1st and 10 Magi. Just starting the second quarter of play, Minot leads 3-0. Toss play wide side. There goes Talon Junt, and good job stringing that out by that Demon defensive unit. Loss of a couple on the play. Forcing the issue from his corner spot was Carter Sims, and he smothers him down for a loss of 1.
I would say both defenses tonight have ran really well east to west. It's been hard for the offenses to break leverage.
Minot High, 2nd and 11. Ball on the far side hash mark. Line of scrimmage is the 46-yard line. Handoff. Second man through. And boy, again, Bismarck High submarines Talon Junt. And it's tough row to hoe right now for Junt. Back-to-back gains of nothing really, as Ben Nagel that time smothered him down for no gain.
Yeah, they tried to do a gap trap scheme there, but they couldn't keep the wall, and Bismarck High ran through the wall of their blocking scheme.
Minot High will send Hunter Homer out wide to the left, twin receivers to the right, 3rd and 11. Under pressure is Sparrow, dumps it underneath. He's got his tailback ferry, and he is blown up. Hudson Schroeder, he has made his presence felt here in the first half. Another stick and a good hit in space that time in what looked to be a kind of a late developing screen for Minot High, but just a gain of 2 on the play. Taden Koffel also there on the assist for Bismarck High. And Minot High will send Sparrow back into a punting situation.
Do you think that was a screen, or did that D-lining man get through that quick?
Yeah, I couldn't tell, but Sparrow will boot a high kick. It actually has a backwards bounce. Good backspin on that one. That'll work in golf, but actually results in a few yards lost for Minot High on the punt and the change of possession. Sparrow punted away from his 49-yard line. It'll be a 27-yard punt, and Minot High gives the football to the Demons at their own 27-yard line.
That's one thing tonight is Bismarck High has had a long field ahead of them every drive. They've been starting at 20s and 25s. They haven't got a chance. They haven't had a turnover or a return or a punt that shortened the field for them yet.
Demons bunch it up. One receiver and another wing T formation. And they'll motion, and they're going to hand it off. There goes Stotts running wide side. Got hit at the 30-yard line. Powers off that hit for a nice gain out to the 34-yard line. The free safety Conklin hit him at the 30. Stotts carried him for about 3 or 4 more. Nice gain of 7 on first down for the Demons.
Stotts has been one of the most explosive players tonight. What he's been doing with that quick now screen and what he did with that jet sweep. And he actually broke leverage there, and that was a good first down gain of 7 yards.
This time the Demons go into an I formation, tight end to the right, H-back to the left, one receiver to the left. 2nd down and 3 for the Demons. And a power play and a handoff to the tailback. And there goes Hudson Schroeder in the tailback position. He's got a first down. He's hogtied and dropped down by Jonas Bubak, but Bismarck High gets a gain of 7 on the run by Schroeder.
They put the tight end in the boundary in a twins formation. They ran power, and that was a very good job of execution by the offensive line. So let that offensive line work and just let it develop and then find your seam.
It's kind of one of those games like we thought, Myron, where not a lot of explosive plays here in the first 10-plus minutes of action, but both teams have had some good moments here in the first half. Minot leads 3-0. Bismarck High, 1st and 10. Handoff, and there goes Schroeder again. Right in front of the Demon bench, angles his way up the sideline, and he's going to be marked out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Give him 5. Leighton Ludwig there to stick him out of bounds.
Coach Gibson liked that play so much the play before, and liked the look he was getting. He came right back to it and ran it again.
Minor after the game, we'll have our planning team financial advisor post-game show, helping clients work towards their financial freedom. Planning team financial advisors brings you our post-game after all of our PSP network broadcasts. Play action. 2nd down and 5. Fisher belted as he throws. Looking into the flats. Pass sails incomplete. Good coverage there by Minot High as Demons were looking for Cole Johnner, the tight end, but Pankow had him blanketed in the flat.
And Michael George had a great rush there. He was in the face of Fisher right away. Fisher did a good job of, not having a bad play, not taking a sack, and giving him a chance.
Yeah, not throwing a pick, too. Usually when you're fading back, throwing that thing off your back foot.
You watch too many Brett Favre plays.
Yeah, that usually spells doom. Demons will go out of the gun. Now they'll motion Huber to the near side. One receiver to each side, and Coach Gibson not happy with that formation, and he calls timeout, a Hub International Insurance timeout. Hub International Insurance located on Burton Boat Drive in Northwest Bismarck. Second quarter action, 8:38 to play in the second quarter, and we break. BNC scoreboard it is. Minot High on top. They lead 3-0 over the Demons. We're back after this break on the PSP Network.
For a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Third and 5 for the Demons. They motion it trips to the short side of the field and a throwback screen. And it's completed to Fedig, but he can't get away. Got back to the line of scrimmage. He did not get back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1. Recognizing that play and sniffing it out was Jonas Bubak, the outside backer for Minot High, and Bismarck High is going to punt it away again.
If you were smart, you should have known that's probably what they were doing, because they motioned all three of the receivers. They were on the right hash. They moved all the receivers into the short side of the field where there's no room to run routes, so he was setting up that throwback screen.
Stotts back into punting formation, standing at his 30-yard line. Rosiska back deep to receive. Big booming kick sends Rosiska back to the 16-yard line. And a return where he cannot get away. Good special teams coverage, and a late flag comes in. I think it was too good a coverage. They might have got a late face mask there, did the Bismarck Demons. Like Carter Sims maybe and Gavin Rader in there on the hits. And we'll sort out the penalty, as I think this one's going to come against the Bismarck Demons, as they got up top on the shoulder pads, and it might have been either a horse collar or a face mask. Yeah, indeed, it was a face mask. And we'll see it's a 15 or a 5-yard variety. It's going to be a big one. Second 15-yard of the night.
One thing to look for now is that last punt, there was a lot of leakage. There was 3 white jerseys right close. If they'd laid out, maybe could have blocked that punt. So that's usually when the special teams coordinator sees that, he calls for it the next time.
42-yard punt by Stotts. Short return by Rosiska. But Minot High gets a 15-yard penalty, and now they have it 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. And flags fly, and it's going to be a false start on Minot High before we get started.
The linebackers were up right in the face of the guards and caused them to stir a little bit.
Second penalty of the contest on Minot High. Yeah, thanks to the Pigskin Preview, you can get their publications. They're a big help to us as we get ready for our high school football broadcast. You can find that online at ndpigskin.com. 1st and 15 now for Minot High. 7:53 to play. First half. Minot leads 3-0 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Second man through is Blaze Ferry, off left tackle. Running play, positive yardage for Minot High out to the 40-yard line. Gain of 4. Brock Fedig there to sandwich him down.
That was interesting, as Bismarck High brought, they had the inside linebacker walked out a little bit and they ran a blitz. And I thought they might blitz themselves out of that off-tackle run, but they did a good job of recovering.
It seems like both defenses are settling in here a little bit, Myron, as it's turned into a bit of a 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Now rolling out on 2nd and 11. And that pass to the sideline, is it picked off? No. Almost thieved away there by Bismarck High's Ty Allen, but instead they say he was out of bounds as he had absolute blanket coverage right in front of that Minot High bench, and Sparrow dodged a bullet there.
Same sprint out concept they ran before, but this time there was a demon on top and a demon underneath, and he didn't see the demon underneath, and he threw it right to him.
3rd and 11 now for the Magi. Line of scrimmage is the 40-yard line. Receiver to each side. Minot High will motion, and they'll hand it off on a jet sweep. And there goes Rosiska. Nice play in space by the Demons. Right at the numbers, twisting him down, and good back-to-back plays there by the free safety Ty Allen.
Yeah, that was a good open field tackle. I mean, both teams are. I mean, the only guy I've really seen be able to get east and west on a defense tonight has been Ethan Stott. So both teams are fast, and they're stout up the middle. So it's been a defensive night so far.
Sparrow back to punt for Minot High after that 2-yard gain. Low line drive kick right to Sims at the 32-yard line. Makes the first man miss, and he gets it all the way back out to the 43-yard line, as that's an 8-yard return after a short 25-yard punt for Jaden Sparrow. Special teams hit by Brady Larson of Minot High, but a good defensive stand there for the Demons. After that face mask penalty, give Minot High pretty good yardage on that drive. I think we're going to get a penalty here on Minot. I wonder if Bismarck High will just decline that instead of moving them back. I think you're going to take the ball at the 43-yard line, wouldn't you? I think there's going to be an illegal procedure penalty on
yes,
Minot.
that was this is by far the best field position they've had all night, and that was kind of a line drive punt that, you know, if you make him punt again, he might get a lot better one off. So take it and let's go.
Yeah, Minot High looked like they had a late substitution coming in. One of the Jetmen was coming in late and didn't get set. So we got a zebra convention at the 40-yard line. We'll get the call here from the white hat, Jed Steiner. Minot High leads 3-0 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. 6:34 to play first half. We can tell you that BNC Bank has financial solutions for your life and business. They're customer-focused, community-driven. The bank for business people. We're going to have BNC National Bank on for our scoreboard sponsor for all of our PSP network broadcasts. Well, we got an offsetting penalties. So it was an illegal substitution on the Demons and a procedure penalty on Minot High. So we will do it all over again.
So make note of where the ball was at the plus or the minus 43. So I would think Minot is hoping they can probably get a little bit better punt off that's not straight to the returner.
Sparrow back standing at his 28-yard line. Sims back to receive for the Demons, standing at his 29-yard line. Two defenses settling in here in this West Region 11 AA matchup from the Community Bowl in Bismarck. Pankow's the long snapper. Back, snap is back, and the punt is away, angling to the far side. Sims on a bounce, picks it up, and he's smothered down at the 24-yard line. Immediate hit there by Minot High on special teams as Sims, no return on that punt, and quickly down there was Tyson Rosiska. We've heard him a few times here in the first half, making his presence felt on special teams.
Now that kick over, that penalty on Bismarck High, you know, I realize both teams had a penalty, but that cost him 20 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a 19-yard differential. It was a 43 was the line of scrimmage before. Now it's the 24 after a 35-yard punt by Sparrow and no return for the Demons.
It goes back to our thing is Bismarck High's never had good field position yet, and now they don't have it again.
Bismarck High from the far hash mark, 1st and 10. Fisher sends Stotts in motion, and they'll hand it off to Schroeder. Gets ankle tackled near the line of scrimmage, but he falls ahead for a few yards out to the 29-yard line. Schroeder's going to get credited for 5 yards. Tripped up there by the defensive end, Caleb Spitzer for Minot High. Well, I think if you're head coach Gibson and head coach Hendershot, you're pleased with your defense here in the first half. I mean, obviously only 3 points on the scoreboard. The defensive have stood up here in the first half.
Yeah, but you know, it's one of the things you notice is the margin for error is going to be low. You can't have any bad plays, and you got to put a drive or a chunk play together here pretty soon.
Fisher pump fakes, throws a little out and up down the sideline. Ooh, almost intercepted. Bismarck High run a little double move for their tight end, Cole Johnner. Boy, Bismarck High thought they had a play there, but coming in to sniff it out was Logan Conklin, the free safety, and actually he had the best chance of anybody. Almost had a chance for a pick there.
Yeah, they took a shot there. They ran the wide receiver on a post, and then they ran a wheel route, and they faked the post and tried to get him to bite, but that was very nearly intercepted.
3rd and 6 for the Demons. Line of scrimmage remains the 28-yard line, their own 28. Trips to the right. Fisher out of the gun, long count. Snap is back, rolling right. Fisher slings it into the slot. Oh, what a grab. First down reception. Diving prone was Ethan Stotts. Conklin taps him down, but Bismarck High gets a 13-yard gain on 3rd down, and they move the sticks to the Demons.
They call that a flood route because they flood the zone and put one guy deep, one guy short, one guy in the middle. And the guy coming across on the middle was wide open. There was no defender in the middle of that flooded zone.
3 catches, 37 yards already for Ethan Stotts. He's already rushed the football for 7 yards, so he's been probably the best offensive player for Bismarck High here in the first half. 1st and 10 Demons from the 41-yard line. Back to pass, throwing it into the flat off the hands of their fullback, Brock Fedig. He was open at the 45. George trailing the play for Minot High, but that's a misfire there for the Demons on 1st down.
Another one out of their wing T arsenal, out of the Tubby Raymond's Delaware wing T book of plays.
Tubby Raymond, I don't know if I've ever heard that on a broadcast, Myron.
I think that's his name, unless that's the basketball guy. It's Delaware Blue Hens offense.
He's the godfather of the wing T. Is that what you're saying?
I think so. Unless I got my names mixed up.
Well,
I could. I'll have to Google it.
We're going to you're going to know better than anybody. So 5 minutes to play. Quick hitter, and it's dropped. It was a quick shot, just a smoke screen to Ethan Stotts. It was low. Ludwig was the closest Minot High defender there, but I wonder if they're going to call that a lateral? No, it's an incomplete pass.
And he had a little space. If he could have brought that in, he would have a couple yards to make something move against the defender. So they threw that pass because the defender was walked off.
Fisher's now 6 for 11 throwing the football. He was misfired on his last 2 pass attempts here, and now the Demons facing a 3rd down and 10. Down by 3 are Bismarck High with 4:56 to play first half. Out of the gun is Fisher. Rolling to his left, slings it into the slot. He's got Stotts, but he's immediately stuck at the 45-yard line, I beg your pardon. Tyler Bedeau there to smoke him down. Just a gain of 4 on 3rd and 10. That's another punt upcoming for Bismarck High.
We had a really good secondary coach named Jason Petrino, and that's what I just saw there. His whole thing is, okay if they catch the ball, but tackle them before they become a ball carrier. So that 5 yards didn't hurt him. Let him catch that, tackle it, and make him punt the ball back to you.
Minot High pitching a shutout. Impressive defense here for the Magi in the first half, and Stotts will punt it away for the 3rd time. Standing at his 30-yard line, Rosiska back deep to receive for Minot High. Stotts puts a boot into it on the right foot, and it sails over the head of Rosiska, and probably a good play there as it was at the 10-yard line. Rosiska misplayed it, but it sails into the end zone, and a touchback upcoming for the Magi. 1st and 10 for Minot High on the change of possession. 4:07 to play first half on your BNC Bank scoreboard. It's 3-0 Minot High with a 36-yard field goal in the first quarter by Peyton Barch. The lone points on your BNC Bank scoreboard here in the first half.
The one thing is defenses are playing well, but no one's made a huge mistake. I mean, no one's turned the ball over and given someone a short field or a defensive score. They're playing pretty clean football.
Blaze Ferry gets a first down handoff, tries the right side. Host of Demons there to bring him down, but a good gain on first down as Ferry's going to get out near the 25-yard line. We'll give him 4 on the first down rumble for Ferry, who's got 8 carries now at 26 yards. Ethan Stewart there to wrap him up for Bismarck. Minot High sends out Thomas Drago wide to the left, one receiver to the right. Now they'll motion to Twins. Yeah, they're going to motion. They're going to hand it off on a jet sweep. And there goes Minot High with a first down carry. Wide receiver run for a first down out to the 32-yard line, gain of 7. As it's Rosiska again on the carry. Hudson Schroeder tackles him in space, but a gain of 7 and a first down for Minot.
The Demons brought one of their linebackers into the A-gap, so he actually got right into his blocker, and they were running out, so they lost their inside pursuit because of the blitz they ran, so that helped the jet sweep from Minot.
Well, Minot is just, I think they've had a good flow here and a good rhythm. They're in and out of the huddle quickly, and it's a good pace to this offense. On 1st and 10, the Magi handed off to Blaze Ferry right up the guts. Not much. He gets a couple yards. Line of scrimmage is a 32, maybe gets out to the 34-yard line. As the clock winds down to just 2:40 to play here in the first half. And now we got an injured player down as Tyson Jangler got credited for that tackle for the Bismarck Demons. We'll sort out this injury and an injury timeout on the field. 2:37 to play, first half. BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Minot High 3, Bismarck 0. We're back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Subway, Hub International Insurance, The Medicine Shop, Bismarck State College, Bobcat of Mandan, Tires Plus, Chuppy Chiropractic Clinic, Bismarck LASIK, and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Make sure to stay up to date with all things high school athletics at PSP.network. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Injured Magi was their center, Caden DeWitts. And so on 2nd down and 8, Minot High goes play action. Rolling right is Sparrow, and he's got a receiver. Caught and running free is Bubak, and it's a big gainer. Minot High gets it in the hands. Check that. That was not Bubak. I beg your pardon. That was the tight end, Owen Czar. No, it was not Owen Czar. Yeah, it was Jonas Bubak. I had it right the first time. I just got to go with my gut instinct. Nonetheless, it's a big gainer for Minot High. Carter Sims on the hit, but the Magi roll it all the way into Bismarck territory at their 43-yard line.
Bootleg pass. They broke contain. Got a receiver that got outside everybody and had a little leverage. He got down that sideline. Explosive play.
18-yard gain, and now a handoff goes to Talon Junt, and he's smothered. Nobody home on that play as Brock Feddig filling it from his linebacker position knocks down Talon Junt for no gain.
You can tell it's week 3 because both teams are tackling well.
You're saying that doesn't happen in weeks 1 and 2?
Depends how rough your fall camp was, but usually no one can play. They're all on the sideline if you do it that too rough.
1:28 on a fast-moving first half to play here for 2nd and 10. Minot High back to pass, throwing it deep down the sideline. Tyler Johnson had a step, but pretty good coverage there, riding his hip down. The pass falls incomplete at the 20-yard line. Minot High took a shot, and it was Mason Huber and Cole Johnner back there on coverage for the Bismarck Demons.
That was good coverage. I mean, maybe could have popped it over the top a little bit, but it was good leverage. It was underneath. It was kind of like a post-up in your basketball world, or a fronting. Is that what you guys call it? But it was good coverage and caused the ball to be looped over and incomplete.
Clock stops with 1:19 to play. Minot High in plus territory at the Demon 43-yard line. Twins right, one receiver left. Rolling right is Sparrow. Sets now at the numbers, reverses his field, gets away, scrambles, and he's got positive yardage to the 40, tripped up at the 37-yard line. It'll be 4th down upcoming, and I wonder if Chauncey Hendershot will burn a timeout here with Ben Nagel making the hit. As no, Minot High is just going to quickly come back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like, with a 4th down and 6 upcoming for the Magi after the 7-yard scramble for the quarterback, Jaden Sparrow.
That turned into what they call sprint draw. He ran a sprint out pass. They over pursued, and he cut it back underneath that pursuit. And he, once again, you've seen a couple of Minot players actually get into space and have a little running room on this drive.
Minot High let a few seconds drip off that clock. We're down to 44 seconds to play, and now Chauncey Hendershot does indeed burn a Hub International Insurance timeout. Call your local Hub agents Leif Olson and Josh Cattell for all your personal insurance needs. Good to have Hub International on for our timeout sponsor on our PSP network broadcasts. I was wondering if Bismarck High would call a timeout there. I was wondering if Minot High would call a timeout there. Both teams with a couple left in their pocket. Minot did burn one with a 4th down and 5 upcoming, and that makes sense, I guess. You're in plus territory. You're obviously going to go for it. I don't think you would attempt a 55-yard field goal, 56-yard field goal. That would probably be on the limits of Peyton Barch. So you're going to roll the dice here from the Demon 38-yard line and go for it.
Yeah, it's a good move. Trust your defense. Have been playing well, and they got a long field with not much time left, and that's, not the deep, quick passing game's not really their forte.
Pankow and Drago split out wide to the left, one receiver to the right. Sparrow in the gun, and they're going to hand it off on a run on 4th and 5. They do not get a first down. A 3-yard gain for Blaze Ferry. He's jackknifed down there as Minot High looked for a little surprise move there, and Brock Fedig said, nope, you're going to get 3, but you're not going to get a first down, and Minot High will turn it over on downs. Give an assist there also to Luke Doctor for the Demons defense.
Luke Doctor's dad, a longtime coach, the coaching doctors.
Yeah, that's a coaching family there.
Jeff Doctor.
Bismarck High with 38 seconds to play takes over at their own 35-yard line. I don't know if the Demons are going to be real aggressive here, but Fisher's back to pass. Rolling to his right, stops in the pocket, evades one, throws it. Ooh, tipped, but it's caught. And there goes Stotts down the near sideline, caught it at the 45, rumbles into Minot High territory. He's sniffed out at the Minot 45-yard line. Clock stops as Pankow hits him out of bounds, and a tipped pass goes in the favor of the Bismarck Demons.
It looked like it was going to be an interception the other way, and it ended up being a nice play for the Demons.
20-yard gain on the pitch and catch to Ethan Stotts. And Bismarck High now will put this into aggressive mode.
4 wide, 1 back, shotgun, going after it.
1st and 10 from the 45. They set up a screen. They get it to Fedig, but he cannot get away. Nobody was able to get a hat on Breck Thompson there for Minot High. Bismarck High will burn a quick timeout here with 20 seconds to play in the first half. No gain. Actually, they give him a gain of 1 on that screen play set up to the fullback, Brock Fedig. Reminder after the game, we'll have our Sport Clips player of the game. Be the MVP when you go to Sport Clips for their MVP haircut experience. Nothing comes close to making you feel like an MVP at Sport Clips. They're located at 411 South 3rd Street in Bismarck.
I like that last call. It was a running back slip screen. With 20 seconds left, they're convinced that you're in a hurry and you're going to try to throw it deep and do a Hail Mary. And so they got their ears pinned back and they're rushing, and that can open up those screens. But they might not just smelt it out.
Reminder after the game, we'll also have, and I'd like to welcome Jobbers Moving and Storage into our PSP Network sponsor family. As they're going to bring you our move of the game. You've heard them before on our broadcasts, and it's good to have Jobbers Moving and Storage here in Bismarck bring you our move of the game following our broadcast tonight on our post-game show. Bismarck High, 20 seconds to play first half from the Minot 44-yard line. They'll spread it out. Twins left, twins right. Fisher in the pocket's got time, slings it into the slot. Catching it there was his tight end, Cole Johnner. Gain of 8, but the clock will roll. I wonder if the Demons flag is going to stop play here as a penalty flag is down. Michael George on the stop for Minot High.
It was looking like he might get running on that play, but he just couldn't get his gears, couldn't get his feet underneath him.
And the penalty is going to go against Bismarck High. Looked like it was a hold. Whistled on the Demons. Their 4th, check that 3rd penalty here in the first half. And instead of having it 3rd down and short from Minot High's 37-yard line, closing in on field goal range for Ethan Stotts to tie the game. Bismarck High now is pushed back all the way back to their 43-yard line. They have it 2nd down and 22. 13 ticks left here, first half. Same formation. Couple receivers left and right. Stotts standing beside Caden Fisher. It's a quarterback draw. There goes Fisher. Got back to midfield, and a good tackle in space by Leighton Ludwig. And the clock will just roll after that 6-yard gain. No, Bismarck High will burn their final timeout with 4 seconds to play. So we could see our first Hail Mary of the season right here is from midfield. Bismarck High burns their final timeout. A Hub International Insurance timeout. Call 355-3100 and ask for Michael Borman. Hub International can help you with all your commercial insurance needs.
They got like 10 yards on that quarterback draw. So I think when Gibby saw that, he's thinking, well, let's throw up a last-second pass here, and the half can't end on a penalty, a defense penalty. So maybe get a penalty and get another shot, or let's see if we can get a 60-yard throw into the air.
Yeah, we'll test the arm strength here of the senior quarterback, Caden Fisher, as Bismarck High is getting the right folks into that huddle, getting their instructions from head coach Mark Gibson, who calls the offensive plays for the Demons. Dale Colby's the defensive coordinator. That team has been together since Coach Gibson has been at the helm for all 23 years. He's had Dale Colby at his side, so a lot of continuity that always helps for a coaching staff.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's just a coaching staff, a team, a program. It just everybody knows what to expect, and they learn little things, and they implement them in their program year after year, and they know what works, and they don't make major changes.
Well, here we go. 4 seconds to play from midfield. Bismarck High on 3rd and long. Back to passes. Fisher steps into it, slings it deep down the near sideline over the hands of Ethan Stotts at the 10-yard line. Good coverage back there. There's a couple of Minot High defenders. Bismarck High takes a shot to end the first half, and it's a stalemate in the second quarter. Minot High scored 3 on a field goal by Barch in the first quarter. No scoring in the second. And our halftime activities come up next on the PSP Network. At the break at halftime, hey, folks, stay tuned at halftime here. This is going to be entertaining. You're going to get a look on our digital audio and video broadcast tonight. We'll have the Hall of Fame inductions. We'll have the Demonettes. We'll have the Demonuts. And this will be fun, as it always is on homecoming night for the Bismarck Demons. We break at halftime. BNC Bank scoreboard it is. Minot High 3, Bismarck 0. We're back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Got big plans? No matter what the size of the project, Bobcat of Mandan has a tough Bobcat skid steer or track loader for any job. Call Bobcat of Mandan and rent the perfect machine. Rentals are available by the day, week, or month with multiple attachment options, and even a trailer when available. Special weekend rates too. Bobcat of Mandan also has Doosan excavators and payloaders, plus Coyote tractors for rent. Get the work done fast. Bobcat of Mandan on the Strip.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
Todd Domrey's, Myron Schultz back at the MDU Resources Community Bowl. Good to have Nick Holberg on board for our executive producer tonight. Is happy to bring you a digital audio and video broadcast tonight from the Community Bowl on the PSP Network. More of this to come, folks, as we get rolling with our broadcast crew and setup here in Bismarck, and we're going to continue to bring you digital audio and mix in digital video when we can, and just adds another element to the broadcast, and it's a lot of fun when we get to watch the monitors here and make sure that you're seeing and hearing all the action.
Well, the tough part is they can see now, so now they can double check us and they can call us out when we're wrong. I feel pressure right now. Just kidding.
Bismarck High announcing their incoming Hall of Fame class, which includes Bruce Furness, Michael Saba, Elizabeth Beerley, George Will, and John Rask is this year's Hall of Fame inductees. And boy, you've got a Nassau scientist in here. You've got Bismarck High folks that have been. George Will was in the class of 1902. You've got a tenured professor in Elizabeth Beerley of surgery and pediatrics at the University of Alabama. You got Michael Saba, who was in the Peace Corps, and Bruce Furness, the CEO of North Dakota Workforce Safety. So well-recognized and indoctrinated class here for Bismarck High's Hall of Fame.
Impressive. And one of the things I'll say is that you can get there from here, and when you see someone like NASA credentials, it's amazing the young people that are combing the hallways of our local high schools.
Well, an entertaining first half there, Minot. Not a lot of scoring as Minot High leads 3-0. Just the only points in the first half was a short field created by a 3-and-out by Minot High in the first quarter. Peyton Barch converts a 36-yard field goal, and that's 3 points on the board. Minot High leads. I guess if you're a defensive coordinator, you're happy, and offensively, both teams right around 100 yards offense. We'll get to those numbers in just a moment, but all in all, a hard-fought, kind of one of those slugfest type of games that maybe we almost saw coming with a couple guys in Hunter Rosiska and also Isaiah Hoos out that are the big playmakers and the horses, so to speak, for both teams.
And what right now both defenses are playing very well, and what it's really going to be is a couple plays is going to separate this game. So that means your margin for error is low. It might be not who wins it. It's whoever makes a mistake's going to really put you behind the 8 ball in this game. So we haven't seen a turnover. We haven't seen a muff punt or block kick or anything that a long return. We haven't seen anything that's given somebody a short ball and a field and momentum. So they're going to have to generate it, and so both. It's kind of like two heavyweight boxers fighting and just feeling each other out. But you're going to probably see more. I would see a little more of the Minot trying to maybe get back to that sprint out stuff. They've had a little success with it, and then even Bismarck High on their drop back game. The routes have been there. Just need a little finer touch, and it's there. So I could see maybe Gibby dialing those up a little bit more, just trying to get an explosive play.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Tires Plus. When you're shopping for tires, shop Tires Plus. You can't go wrong with Tires Plus. Visit them online at TiresPlusND.com. Our halftime rolls on. The Demonettes upcoming. We'll take a glance around our BNC Bank scoreboard here as halftime scores rolling in from all the games we're tracking, and we'll run through the first half stats when we come back. Halftime score, BNC Bank scoreboard, it is Minot High 3, Bismarck 0 at the half. We're back after this break on the PSP Network.
10 years ago I'd be a dad, homeowner, and business partner, I wouldn't have believed it. There's lots of reasons I chose First Western.
Hey Lloyd, how are you today?
Locally owned, community invested, convenient, but most of all, whatever I need, wherever I am, I can count on them.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
With 28 on the shot clock, 53 on the game clock, sends it inside. Here's Allie Nelson to the right side. Cheddar's open, 4-3, on low, she scores! PSP Network has one mission: promoting our local athletes while delivering pro-quality broadcast coverage. Stay up to date with the PSP Network on Twitter, @NetworkPSP, and on Facebook, @The PSP Network. Like and follow our social media for your chance to win. PSP Network. It's game day. This live digital radio broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Subway, Hub International Insurance, The Medicine Shop, Bismarck State College, Bobcat of Mandan, Tires Plus, Chuppy Chiropractic Clinic, Bismarck LASIK, and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Make sure to stay up to date with all things high school athletics at psp.network. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
BNC National Bank scoreboard at halftime here at the Bismarck Community Bowl. Minot High in this WDA 11 AA matchup leads 3-0 over Bismarck High. And here's an update across the schedule here in AA and single A football across North Dakota. Good to have BNC Bank on as our scoreboard sponsor at halftime. Across the city over in Northwest Bismarck, Century leading West Fargo at halftime 20-7. First half score from Mandan has the Braves leading 24-0. And you got Fargo Davies at halftime over Legacy. They're leading by 6, 13-7. And a big matchup in single A football has St. Mary's leading Jamestown. Check that. St. Mary's and Jamestown tied at half, 7 apiece over in Jamestown in front of a packed house. I've seen in Jamestown tonight as they christen their new field on the campus of University of Jamestown and right in access there for Jamestown High School to use. So, yeah, here's your Demonettes. So this is always good, Myron, because you get the Demonettes cheering them on. And
that was impressive.
All right, Myron, I'll let you do color commentary on that, and I'll give everybody the halftime stats here as you get a look at the Demonettes here, the halftime activities for Bismarck High at homecoming. Bismarck High, 128 yards of total offense in the first half, 58 yards on the ground, 70 yards passing through the arm of Caden Fisher. Minot has 94 yards of total offenses. I can't even keep this straight now. There's so many things going on. It's hard to read the stats when you got the Nuts playing at halftime here. So Minot rushes the football 23 times for 57 yards. Sparrow was 5 of 8 throwing the football for 37 yards. So again, Bismarck High, 128 yards of offense in the first half. Jamestown. I said the Jamestown scorer. Now I think Jamestown's playing here, but it's actually Minot with 94 yards of total offense. Individually, the leaders for Minot, Blaze Ferry has 9 carries for 29 yards. Throwing the football, Jaden Sparrow, as mentioned, 5 of 8 for 37 yards. One big catch for Jonas Bubak, the 18-yarder for Minot High. They punted it twice and were penalized twice in the first half. Bismarck High gets 20 yards of rushing from Ashton Molsoff on 5 carries. Caden Fisher throwing the football 8 of 13 for 70 yards. And then there was Ethan Stotts. Boy, out of those 8 completions, Stotts got 6 of them for 61 yards. Then he also ran the football one time, so 68 yards of total offense in the first half for Stotts. And you acutely pointed out, Myron, that first half that Stotts looked like a difference maker, one of the few guys that had the ability maybe to get to an edge for either team in the first half.
And he's made a cornerback that's like 5-6 yards off him. The ball's thrown to him, and he's made him miss in the tight quarters. He's gotten the edge. He's really stuck out as an explosive player on the field, and they kind of jump out at you when you're trying to recruit all those years. You kind of notice the people that are just one step above everybody else that night.
Bismarck High punts the football away 3 times, and they were penalized 3 times in that first half. But again, the only scoring play was at the 2:04 mark of the first quarter. Minot High, after an 11-play, 60-yard drive, converted on a 36-yard field goal off the right foot of Peyton Barch. And that's the only points here in the first half as Minot High leads in this 11 AA matchup 3-0 at halftime here on homecoming night. So I guess, Myron, what else are you seeing here out of the Demon Nuts?
I know that run across all their backs, and that they might insert that guy for the second half kicker turn. He's an athlete.
Now you got some standing backflips, and the Demon Nuts donning the lingerie. I was going to take a break, but we got to have the Demonettes have to have an encore performance here and give you a chance to view that for just a moment.
Yeah, we need the Demonettes to get that out of our vision memory.
Yeah, exactly. A reminder, next action for us, this is Friday night. Obviously, next Thursday we got volleyball. Dickinson will be at Minot High School Thursday night, September 16th on the PSP Network. And then next Friday night, a doubleheader of football for you all across the PSP Network, as we'll have Shanley at St. Mary's. That'll be our Bismarck-Mandan game. And then Mandan, the Braves will be up to take on the Minot Magicians. Again, both those games next Friday night, September 17th on the PSP Network. Of course, you can go to psp.network, click on Listen Live. You can get the replays and check out our upcoming schedule for the fall, both high school volleyball and high school football broadcasts all across the network for PSP. Well, here's your Demon. This is a little more conventional here.
Still athletic.
Still, they're very athletic. And I tell you what, these kids, if you've ever watched their workouts and the time that they put into the choreography and just the athleticism that these dance units and these teams like the Demonettes and everybody that has them in the WDA, it is uncanny how much time these young ladies put into this craft.
Oh, it's amazing. I was fortunate. I had Sydney Trottier, who runs the Sentanas, in one of my coaching classes, and everything we were doing and talking about, it all carried over to the Sentanas, and it was all the same. I mean, it's a sport, and it's very athletic, and they work hard, and they work year-round, and they weight train and everything. I'm utterly impressed.
One other score we can give you is Fargo Shanley in a Battle of Fargo leads West Fargo Cheyenne. Number 3 Shanley leading number 2 West Fargo Cheyenne 17-6 late in the first half.
Shanley must have a squad. They played Davies the first week and just stuck it to them, and then Minot got beat by Davies. Watching Shanley's comparative scores right now, that's a team you're going to enjoy watching next week.
And our upcoming PSP schedule will have Fargo Shanley a couple times as they come to the capital city to take on St. Mary's and Century. So we'll get a good look at those Deacons as one more time out here, and our halftime rolls on. We're getting close to the second half kickoff. The halftime activities, happy to bring you those on the PSP Network tonight. Halftime score, BNC Bank scoreboard, it is Minot High 3 and the Demons 0.
Sends it inside. Here's Allie Nelson to the right side. Chenner's open. 4-3. On low, she scores! PSP Network has one mission: promoting our local athletes while delivering pro-quality broadcast coverage. Stay up to date with the PSP Network on Twitter @NetworkPSP and on Facebook @The PSP Network. Like and follow our social media for your chance to win. PSP Network. It's game day. This live digital radio broadcast presentation.
Todd Domrey, Myron Schultz back at the MDU Resources Community Bowl. I'll give you a quick glance here at the homecoming court being introduced for the Bismarck High School Demons on homecoming nights. All the pomp and circumstance that you normally have with homecoming, and I'm sure there'll be a dance later tonight. I think they still have homecoming dances, don't they, Myron?
I'm sure they do. This is one of the interesting things here is watching that I kind of laugh. Us non-Renaissance coaches, these are the type of things we worry about. If we got 2 players out walking, it won't make a hill beans a difference. They'll play well the second half, but you worry about little things out of your control as a coach that really don't matter.
Yeah, you got Gunnar Berg, a senior for the Demons in the homecoming court, along with Brock Fettig, and I'm sure Coach Gibson's wondering, where's Fettig? Where's he at?
So he's probably got a play to drop for him right now.
one of the coaches reminding him that, hey, coach, he's in the homecoming court. And, hey, one thing that we have consistently talked about with Coach Gibson, in the second half, the Demons many times come out of that halftime, I'll say it, encouragement speech by Coach Gibson, and they come out with a new fever and a new aggressiveness, and they won't have the football here as Minot High deferred, so Minot High will have the football first. But we've seen it countless times in Coach Gibson's 23 years about how he adjusts and makes Bismarck High ready to play in that second half.
And a lot of times it's medieval football. It's tight formations. It's fullback traps. It's back to day one install plays for him that he just comes back and just challenges them.
A quick run through of those BNC National Bank scores that we have here at halftime. Century leads West Fargo in a matchup of 1 versus West Fargo receiving votes. Just 1-1 on the season are the Packers, but West Fargo's got one of the best players in the state in Carson Hagerly, and I had a chance to visit with some of the Century particulars, and they were going to run that Sam linebacker, and they were going to blanket and bracket him all night long with double coverage. And so I have a feeling that it's going to be a tough night for Carson Hagerly. But he's a good enough athlete and getting a lot of D1 looks that he probably will still make some plays. But he had the full attention of number 1 Century as they were getting ready for that crosstown game here over in the capital city.
Yes, and that, it's basketball again. Make them beat you left-handed, and don't let Hagerly beat you.
Yeah, that's exactly what Coach Ron Wingenbach mentioned to me, was that, hey, West Fargo's got a good team, but somebody other than Carson Hagerly is going to do it if they're going to have success. And obviously the plan must be working as Century leads 20-7 at halftime. Updated score at halftime over in Mandan has Mandan whitewashing Williston 38-0 there, as Mandan looking for their first conference win. And matter of fact, their first win of the season. Again, Fargo Davies leading Legacy at halftime 13-7, and Jamestown and St. Mary's tied up at halftime 7 apiece. And Shanley impressively leading West Fargo Cheyenne 17-6 at halftime. There's your BNC Bank halftime scoreboard update. One final timeout. Our second half comes up next from the MDU Resources Community Bowl in Bismarck on the PSP Network. Halftime score, it's Minot 3, Bismarck 0.
And saving lives by offering hundreds of safety courses. The NDSC helps workers return home safely every night and make sure schools are ready for any emergency. Our first aid training and defensive driving courses help save lives. We empower people through personal protection courses and operational risk assessments for businesses. We're a private, nonprofit organization committed to making North Dakota's homes, schools, communities, workplaces, and roads the safest in the nation. Learn more at ndsc.org.
Questions about your future? Here's your real answer. BSC offers hands-on training and a real college experience, making your future a reality. You don't have to travel far and wide for a really great education. Check us out at bismarckstate.edu.
Got big plans? No matter what the size of the project, Bobcat of Mandan has a tough Bobcat skid steer or track loader for any job. Call Bobcat of Mandan and rent the perfect machine. Rentals are available by the day, week, or month with multiple attachment options, and even a trailer when available. Special weekend rates too. Bobcat of Mandan also has Doosan excavators and payloaders, plus Coyote tractors for rent. Get the work done fast. Bobcat of Mandan on the Strip.
If your eyes could talk, they'd tell you life is better with LASIK.
Closing in the second half kickoff as Minot High leads 3-0 here at halftime. And Myron, while we have a moment, so I want to have you put your coaching hat back on for a moment, is, hey, Chauncey Hendershot, Mark Gibson, what are some things that you forecast that they maybe talked about here at halftime as far as adjustments into the second half?
So I think, defenses are both dialed in right now, so you're really trying to figure out how you can generate some offense. So one of my things would maybe would be throw on some earlier downs when they're not expecting it. See if you can't get it. Some of these secondaries have been sucking up on those rundowns, and they expect you to pass on like third and long. Maybe try to air it out earlier downs when they're not in their prevent defenses or their cover 2 defenses. The other thing is that, the defenses have pursued so well tonight. Maybe some more misdirection or even a reverse. Use that pursuit against them. We've seen a couple cross buck type plays where they start one way and come the other way, but maybe like we see those jet sweeps where it's all going one way, but maybe reverse off of it. I did see one that earlier that I liked. Maybe even some form of trick play you have. But I Gibby had a good one where he sprinted out and then he tried to do a throwback screen, but was getting all the pursuit going one way. But somehow they're going to either have to get over the top of these defenses or they're going to have to get outside of them and just straight out toss plays and jet sweeps that haven't been able to do that. So that's maybe what I would be thinking about.
Well, and I think they should take your advice.
That's why they're down on the field. I'm in the booth. They don't take my advice.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by The Medicine Shop. They're proud to support local athletes. The Medicine Shop offers free delivery and get your flu shot at The Medicine Shop in Bismarck. Proud sponsor of tonight's game on the PSP Network. Ethan Stotts set to send away our second half kick. And he puts a right boot into it, a low end over end kick nearing the sideline, and Rosiska will let that sail out of bounds. That's Tyson Rosiska, of course, the older Rosiska Hunter out with a torn ACL. That's the younger sophomore. It's going to be a penalty on the Demons, and it'll give Minot High the football at the 35-yard line to start the second half.
That's quite interesting because when Minot's kicked off, the ball's come out to the 20 because it's gone into the end zone. So that's hidden yardage right there, that ball going out of bounds.
Well, let's see what halftime adjustments Chauncey Hendershot for the Minot High Magicians dials up here as Minot High brings out their junior quarterback, Jaden Sparrow. He's under center. And a handoff, second man through, and not much there for Blaze Ferry as he's submarined and knocked down shy of the original line of scrimmage. Loss of one on the play is looked like it was Ethan Stotts there to smoke him down for the loss of one.
They brought pressure off the edge, and the edge, slow developing lead blocker play, and that pressure got there in the backfield. So one thing, if you're talking about adjustments, Kobe's bringing a little heat right away.
Just underway here in the third quarter. Minot High leading 3-0 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Second down and 11 from the 34-yard line. Handoff on a jet sweep, and there goes Rosiska. Nice gain as he turns it up at the hash marks to the 35 out to the 40. Knocked down finally at about the 43-yard line. It's a nice 9-yard gain before Ethan Stotts sandwiches him down. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be a sneak and a good surge. Boy, they got behind that big offensive line, did Minot High, and that's going to be a 4-yard gain on the quarterback sneak on 3rd and 1. And, boy, paving the way there was James Hedrick, Caden DeWitts, and Caleb Spitzer, the interior of that Minot offensive line. Gets a new set of downs, and they move the chains, do the Magi.
And that was deja vu. That's exactly what we saw in the first series, the first half. That 3rd and short, they just hurried up. Mayday ran it quick, and just did a quarterback sneak, and Bismarck High didn't even have time to put in a goal line short yardage call.
Twin receivers to the right, another handoff Ferry, and he's got a seam. Nice hold of the 45 into Demon territory, closing in on the sticks. Give him 10 before Brock Fedig with an ankle tackle, and Minot High is back-to-back first downs here to start this drive here in the second half.
Used a man blocking scheme. One guy blocked down and the other guy pulled around him, so they kind of switch up and get angles on people, and they hit a quick seam. And boy, like you mentioned earlier, Minot's playing at a quick tempo right now.
Yeah, quickly out of the huddle. They did give him 10 and a first down. They momentarily wait for the sticks to move. Bismarck High crowding the line of scrimmage. They got 3 down linemen, couple backers in that 3-4 defense. Another handoff to Ferry. Squirts off a hole on the left side. Turns it up in front of that Minot bench. Give him positive yardage inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. Gain of 6. Brock Fedig, back-to-back sticks for Bismarck High.
And you even saw a couple defenders raising their hands waiting for a call because it's happening so quick. So it's hurting defensive communication.
Impressive looking drive here to start the second half for the Minot Magicians.
Maybe Hendershot was the one peeling the paint in the locker room.
Yeah, exactly. Second down and 4 for the Magi into Demons territory. Handoff Blaze Ferry, and this time he's smothered. Sandwiched down as he leans the football back, and a good effort to get back to the line of scrimmage as he was hit in the backfield. Host of Demons there will get credited for that tackle, and no gain on the play for Ferry. Sets up 3rd down and 4 for the Magi.
And Bismarck High bringing edge pressure, and they're running a straight ahead play with a lead blocker, and it's just developing too slow, and they're meeting that play before it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Drago Rosiska in the formation, and they're going to hand it off on a jet sweep, and there goes Rosiska close to the sticks. Tyson Rosiska with his 5th carry of the night. Ty Allen smacks him down just short of the first down yardage. Now Minot High quickly to the line. I wonder if they'll sneak it again with Jaden Sparrow. They will. Bismarck High bunches it up, but a good surge again. Minot High pushes the pile for a first down to the 32-yard line. They needed 1, and they got 2, did the Magi.
And that play is harder than it looks because the quarterback's got to get it. He's got to get his feet and get leverage and push. It's not as simple as just lean. And he's got to find little spaces. But it's kind of fun for the O-linemen because they just become a road grader and they just get a push.
8 running plays to start the second half here as Minot has moved it from their own 35-yard line to the Demon 32. 1st and 10 for the Magi. 1 receiver each side and a delayed handoff, and there goes Blaze Ferry. Nice hole. That Minot Moving Company is paving some lanes for Blaze Ferry as he picks up another 5 before a secondary player for the Demons, Ty Allen, can tackle him down.
So that quick hitter works for him a lot better than that lead play. And he's got a little seams, and Blaze got a little squirt to him.
14 carries now, 49 yards for Blaze Ferry. He's toted it 5 times on this drive alone for the Magicians. Out of the gun on 2nd down and 5 for Minot. They motion Rosiska. They'll hand it off to him. He cuts it up, angles it out, squirts through a couple tackles, keeps those legs driving, and a nice gain. Inside the 25, down to the 24-yard line. Good effort there by Rosiska. It looked like Bismarck High had that defense pretty well, but Rosiska gets 4 before Ty Allen again is there for the hit for Bismarck High School.
It's interesting how that jet sweep's not getting outside. It's turning up an inside alley. But he had quick feet there. He made a couple of defenders miss in a tight little area right there. That was impressive footwork.
3rd down and short for Minot High. And they'll hand it off straight ahead. This time it's Talon Judd. Ooh, and he is decked. He got right to the marker, and then he got blown up and pushed backwards as it was Brock Fedig introducing himself, and it's short. No gain on the play. It's still 4th and 1. Minot High quickly to the line of scrimmage. And typically they sneak it here, and they do again, and they're going to have a first down again. From the 23-yard line, Sparrow squirts it up to the 21, a gain of 2 again on 4th and inches, and Minot High with a new set of downs.
It's one of the first things Dan Schmeeker taught me when I first started coaching was 3 yards is a great football play. So they get 3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards, and then they do quarterback sneak for the last yard. So that's how they're methodically moving the ball right now.
Minot started on their own 35-yard line. They haven't attempted a pass. They've moved it in 5+ minutes here, leading 3-0 with 6:30 to play in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10, Minot. And another handoff to Blaze Ferry. Dances in the hole, and he's tripped up. Gets a yard to the 20. Brock Fedig again just racking up tackles for the Demons.
Blaze Ferry seems like he's settling in and looks explosive and decisive. Like you said, this is the time that they develop this guy, and he becomes the new tailback for the 21 season.
Yeah, indeed. He's been the workhorse tonight. That's 15 carries for Blaze Ferry, who's now standing beside Sparrow, who's in the gun on 2nd down and 9 from the Demon 20. They motion Rosiska. This time they fake it to him. It's a keeper for the quarterback, Sparrow. And he's got a small hole off the right side. He dives his way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 4. Again, Brock Fedig. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tackles on this drive alone for one Brock Fedig.
That's probably why he's such a good wrestler. He loves taking people down. That was a good thing. They faked the jet sweep, the quarterback the other way. That was a good example of little misdirection and using, but Bismarck High was there waiting on him.
All runs on this drive for Minot High, and they're in the red zone. 3rd down and 5 from the Demon 16-yard line, and they bobble the snap, and did Minot High get back on it? Sparrow dropped it, and I think Rosiska fell on it. Yes, he did, as Hudson Schroeder there to tap him down for the loss, and that's going to send Minot High into an apparent punting, check that, not a punting, a field goal situation. It's going to be the exact same distance. Nope, it'll be 1 yard longer than where Peyton Barch converted in the 1st quarter. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Bubak has the hole. Check that. Badeau has the hole. This one is high, and it is long, and it is no good. Just barely didn't get to the crossbar as Barch didn't get all of that one, and the Demon defense stiffens and denies a long opening drive for the Minot Magicians as they ate up just over 6 minutes of clock in that drive, but they come up empty on the missed 37-yard field goal.
Impressive drive. Got hurt by the snap execution at the end. And it's one of those things that goes back to one or two plays is going to make this game, and it's going to be tight the whole way.
Bismarck High takes over on downs at their own 20-yard line. Fisher with a handoff, and there goes Ashton Molsoff. Started left, angles back to his right. Just a couple yards there for Molsoff. Been a tough go of it for the backup tailback for the Demons. Molsoff now 6 carries, 22 yards on the night as the clock drips down to 4:20 to play here in the third quarter. We'll credit Jonas Bubak there on the stick for Minot. 4:14 and counting here, third quarter. Minot leads 3-0 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Twins to the right and an eye backfield behind Fisher. They'll hand it off to Molsoff again. Tries the outside, tripped up, strung out, knocked down. That was not Molsoff, I beg your pardon. It was Traden Coffell, and he loses one as Tyler Badeau from his corner position smokes that play out for a loss of 1.
That was an impressive play by Badeau. First off, with the corners, a lot of times they don't like physicality. He embraced it. He brought he wasn't the anvil, he was the hammer. And he brought there and caused, I mean, that's one of the things that this offense tries to figure out. If somebody on defense doesn't want to be involved in the run game, and they're going to find a way to attack them. And Badeau stepped up in physical play.
Bismarck High against the chains here, 3rd and 10. Rolling right is Fisher. Slings it, and he's got a receiver. That's Stotts, and does he have a first down? I believe he does. They needed 10. Stotts gets 10.5. Breck Thompson, the corner, on the stop, but a big conversion there on 3rd and long for Bismarck High, just what the doctor ordered for the Demons.
Yeah, the sprint out passing game has been for both teams has been the best method of passing for them tonight.
Stotts just racking up catches. That's 7 grabs now for 71 yards for Ethan Stotts. More importantly, Bismarck High gets that defense a little bit of a blow as Minot High had a long time consuming drive. Demons get a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 30. And they'll hand it off on a wide side run. And there goes Ashton Molsoff. This time he's got a pretty good hole. Out past the 35, dives ahead to the 36, maybe the 37. Gain of 6 yards before Isaiah Walter and Talon Junt sandwich him down.
It's really interesting right now. Minot's moving their defensive end inside the tight end, so the run force on that play is actually your corner. So Badeau is got to play like a linebacker.
One of Molsoff's best rushes of the night. He had an 8-yarder in the first half. That was 7. 2nd down and 3. Another handoff, Molsoff, and he wiggles his way through, and he's got a first down. Eclipses the 40, pushes out to the 43-yard line. Beckendahl, the nose guard, hanging on from behind, but it's a 7-yard gain and a first down for the Demons.
They list Molsoff at 155 pounds, and he drug 320 for a few yards there, so he's playing hard.
We'll give him 6 officially. He's got 8 carries now, 35 yards, does Ashton Molsoff. Clock down to 2 minutes to play third quarter. Minot on top by 3. Bismarck High with a first down from their own 43. They toss it near side. Molsoff darts, weaves, and meanders his way past the 45 out to the 47-yard line. Leighton Ludwig there to hem him in, but another positive gain of 4 on first down for the Demons.
The geometry of that play, the angles and leverage, it's there for Bismarck High, but they're doing a good job of rallying on the Minot defensive side of the ball.
Well, wasn't quite a streaker. we just had a flyby by somebody who looked like from the Demon student section that just took a flag, and
he might be here in the spring running in the state track meet too. It might be one of the faster guys.
Momentary pause with 1:23 to play in the third quarter. Bismarck High School, 2nd down and 6. This time misdirection. They ran that cross buck. They wanted to get the ball to Stotts, but somebody got a kickstart there, and this is going to set Bismarck High back 5 yards. And this is one of those things. This kind of stymied Minot's drive with a little bobbled snap, and now the Demons, let's see if they can overcome a false start and a 5-yard penalty on Bismarck High School.
I think they had that play too. There was a misdirection, and they had it blocked up pretty well. You see the 5-yard penalty and the loss there, but because of the stopping, I think there would have been a big gain there. So that they're stubbing their own toe.
2nd and 11 now for the Demons. Ball in the left hash mark. One receiver right. Tight end to the left is Johnner. And an I backfield behind Fisher with an H back to the right and a handoff to Molsoff. Darts, nice cut, 1 foot in the ground, drove it up the field, and he gets that penalty yardage back, and he's knifed down at the 46-yard line by Isaiah Walter, the backer for Minot High.
You know, it's one of the things, Molsoff's got a nice burst, and Blaze Ferry's got a nice burst. These teams, their running backs are going to be okay.
Under a minute to play, third quarter. That's a lightning quick third quarter with neither team really. Bismarck High attempting one pass, but both teams been exclusively on the ground here as the Demons have it 3rd and 7. And a handoff goes to Molsoff. He's got a convoy, cuts it up, and a first down as he rolls into Minot High territory. Big gainer on 3rd and 7. Molsoff rushes for a first down. That's going to be 11 yards on the gain. Elijah Ward there to hit him down finally, but Bismarck High, their best and most productive run of the night, gets him a new set of downs.
If you give him a little space, he'll hit the whole hard. I mean, he's very, very capable runner.
Clock stops while they move the chains. Now it rolls and drips under 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Bismarck High has marched it to the Minot 43. Here's that misdirection and a cross-buck handoff, and there goes Stotts, and he's got a hold of the 35, down to the 30. Another first down rumble for the Demons to the 28-yard line. Jonas Bubak hits him down, but that is 15 yards and back-to-back big plays for the Demons.
Gibby knew that play was set up on the last time he ran it when they had the penalty, so he came back to it 2 plays later.
Bismarck High will bring the play in with Mason Huber. Molsoff will be the tailback. Bismarck High School, let's see if they get this play off before the third quarter clock expires as it's down to 5. Fisher is under center. And they do get it off. They toss it wide side. Molsoff cuts it up, and he's got a lane. He's got a hole. He's inside the 25. Coach Gibson encouraging his team. They got a good drive going to the 23-yard line. Jonas Bullock on the hit. And that's the end of our third quarter of play. A quarter break at the end of 3 on the PSP Network and your BNC National Bank scoreboard. It is Minot High 3, Bismarck 0.
Service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Todd Domrey's Myron Schultz, Nick Holberg back at the Community Bowl in the capital city of Bismarck. Bismarck High School has marched it to the Minot 23-yard. I don't know about you, Myron, but that third quarter, it seems like the Demonettes just got done, and now we're into the fourth quarter. That was a lightning-quick third quarter stanza.
I told you wouldn't be able to erase that Demonettes from your memory for a while. It's going to take a couple of weeks of football to get that out.
Yeah. That and the modified streaker, and now nice moment here. You get a little bit of recognition for Steve Thomas from the Bismarck Tribune. Well-deserved hand there. One of the best sports writers in the area, if not the state, if not the region. Always appreciate what Steve does for the Tribune. Is, boy, Bismarck High, Myron, this is their best drive of the night, and it's not even close. I mean, they have been stymied for much of the contest, but they have moved it now to the Minot 24-yard line, and they'll have it 2nd down and 6.
Be interesting to see 2nd and 6 is that you got, go for it on 4th down for sure. So it'll be interesting to see if Gibby goes power again, or this is a good place for him to run one of his bootleg passes too.
2nd and 6 from the Minot 24. I backfield behind Fisher. Handoff to the fullback, and Fedig on a little trap dive play gets a couple yards. Down to the 22 he goes. Elijah Ward wraps him up there for the Magicians.
I think being a Dickinson State Blue Hawk grad, I think Hank Baggio makes Gibson run that fullback trap at least once a game to keep his Blue Hawk card. So he probably gets Fedig to convince him he's a running back and not a lead blocker, not a lead guard.
Well, big play here, 3rd and 4. If the Demons don't get it, I wonder if they go for the tie and the field goal, or if they roll the dice and go for it on 4th down. They'll hand it off to Molsoff, cuts it up, and not much there. Got to the 20, needed to get to an 18 for the 1st down. Ludwig there to stymie him, and now a 4th down decision for Bismarck High School. Going to be a 4th and a long one.
Moslov's legs are turning over, though. He's got a little quick to him. He might be missing Hughes's brawn a little bit, but he's got some speed.
Bismarck High is going to their jumbo lineup. They send in Gavin Rader, another tight end, into the formation, and it's 4th and a long one for the Demons. Play clock down to 5. From the 20-yard line, the Demons got to get inside the 18. Full house backfield, and they go play action. Fisher, his pass is batted down. He had a man. What a play on the defensive side there for Minot High School, and coming up was Pankow with the tip away. Bismarck High had something brewing, but Minot High stiffens. Great individual effort there on the edge by Pankow.
Yeah, it was just him. He was the only one left out there. And when you jump, that's kind of scary because if they get you in the air, they can run by you. But it was a good, well-timed jump. He blocked it like a volleyball player, and a huge play.
Now, Bismarck High looked like they had Gavin Rader, the tight end, who had slipped out into that flat. He was open. But as you said, if Fisher pump fakes that, he probably can scramble it for a 1st down on 4th and short. But nonetheless, Minot High denies one drive apiece for these teams here as we start the 4th quarter. Bismarck High had it. Minot had it once in the 3rd quarter each. Now with 10:36 to play in the football game, Minot High will hand it off to Blaze Ferry. A little delay in the backfield. He gets one before he's slammed down there by Ethan Stotts again for that Demon defense. Gain of 1.
That's one of the adjustments that was made. Ethan didn't play a lot of defense the first half, but this tight a game, they took one of their star players and let him play the whole second half. Both sides of the ball. 2nd
down and 9 for Minot after that 1-yard gain. 16 carries now, 51 yards for Blaze Ferry for Minot High. Minot will motion Rosiska. They fake it to him. They'll hand it off to Ferry, and he stood up. Bismarck High School's Brock Fedig just smashed down Ferry for a loss of 1.
I'm sure Coach Schumacher enjoys seeing that. A lot of wrestling, single leg, double leg, takedown techniques, hips being involved. You can just see the multi-sport athlete skills and play.
You don't see too many wrestlers that don't have good leverage, and Brock Fedig just displayed that in spades right there. 3rd and long for the Magicians. Twins right, Sparrow out of the gun, snap back, rolling right, tucks, scrambles, and he cannot get away. He's dropped in the backfield for a sack, and guess who? Ethan Stotts on the defensive side of the football, and he just made a huge play for the Demons.
Impressive. Demons got stopped on that drive. You could have put your dauber down, but now that 3 and out, lose a yard on their series, and with a decent punt catch or punt return, they're going to have good field position again and a chance to. So that initial drive and then good defenses, they're starting to win the battle of field position.
Injured Demon down on the AstroTurf here, the field turf. And while there is, we get a chance to tell you that Chuppy Clinic's proud sponsor of tonight's game. Chuppy Clinic, concerned about the overall health and wellness of all their patients, and they offer care and services to meet the greater demands of your current health needs. Find them online at chuppy.com. Bismarck High School can't effort a number here of who the injured Demon is, but getting the medical attention, and while we do, we'll take an injury timeout. 9:03 to play in the football game. BNC National Bank scoreboard. Fourth quarter action. It's Minot High 3, Bismarck 0.
Safety Council is dedicated to preventing injuries and saving lives by offering hundreds of safety courses. The NDSC helps workers return home safely every night and make sure schools are ready for any emergency. Our first aid training and defensive driving courses help save lives. We empower people through personal protection courses and operational risk assessments for businesses. We're a private, nonprofit organization committed to making North Dakota's homes, schools, communities, workplaces, and roads the safest in the nation. Learn more at ndsc.org.
Jaden Sparrow back deep to punt for the Minot Magicians, standing at his 5-yard line. Demons Carter Sims back deep to receive. And now we get a stoppage in the action. Didn't see anything really going on there about a question about maybe the spot of the football.
The injury looked like it was a cramp, and something you talked about being in the 80s degrees. Guys playing both ways. So this last 9 minutes could be a little test of their physical conditioning.
Good snap back to Sparrow. Demons rush. Sparrow gets it away. Deep punt sends Sims back to his 46. Dances, gets away from the first man up the sideline to the 45-40. Knocked out of bounds. Good field position upcoming for the Demons. Michael George pushes him out of bounds, but Bismarck, great field position at the Minot 38-yard line.
Nice catch, nice return. One of our goals on punt return always was to get 10 yards. It's one less first down we got to get. So got a couple of first downs for us right there on that return.
47-yard punt, 16-yard return for the Bismarck Demons, and they set up shop with 8:48 to play in the game. 1st and 10 from the Minot 39. Fisher will hand it off to Molsoff, and he doesn't go anywhere. Knocked down by Jonas Bubak as he came in and just rode Ashton Molsoff down to the turf. Loss of 1 on the play.
Molsoff just limped off. He kind of lost his footing a little bit, so he kind of submerged Bubak a little bit, but he limped off the field. It might be some of that cramping also. So now we're to the next running back.
It looks like Kaufel is back in there. Nope, it's actually Schroeder will dot the I formation. One receiver left, couple tight ends. Bismarck High, delay play to the right. Oh, and getting stood up again is Hudson Schroeder. And he has no gain. Turnbow there with the big stick for the Magi, the first maroon helmet to lay a lick on him.
Couple physical tackles the last play.
Schroeder had gains of 7, 5, and 5 on his efforts tonight. That one goes for no gain.
That's always one of the touchy things when you haven't been back there handling that ball that much during the game, and all of a sudden you're back there receiving handoffs, and those are things to watch out for. Now the lone running back is actually the fullback, Fettig.
Well, this Minot defense has been stout all night. Back to pass on 3rd and long. Quick hitter, and Sims drops it. He was only a couple yards into the formation, but Bismarck High School misfires an incompleted pass, went right through the paws of Carter Sims on the far sideline, incomplete at the numbers, and Bismarck High, an apparent punting situation.
There was a couple of defenders around him, meaning there was one outside him, one inside him, and one right on top of him. They were all within 1 yard, and they caught his eyes and attention. He didn't look the ball all the way in.
Stotts will punt it away. Tyson Rosiska back deep to receive for Minot High School. Stotts standing near midfield. Can he pin Minot High deep? Good snap. Stotts angles it for the coffin corner, and maybe a little too much of the corner as It's going to angle out of bounds at about the 25-yard line, so just a 15-yard punt, not one of the better ones for Stotts tonight, as Minot High kind of dodges a bullet there. Instead of having it maybe inside the 10 or inside the 20 even, they get it out at the 25-yard line.
The last two defensive series by both teams have been impressive. Bismarck High held Minot down, got good field possession, and Bismarck High had good field position, and Minot closed the door right away. So the defensive struggle continues.
Updated score from Cheyenne as Shanley now leading 17-14 over West Fargo Cheyenne. 7:15 to play here in a fast-moving second half. Minot takes over 1st and 10 from their 25, and they go play action. Rolling out is Sparrow, slinging it far sideline, and it just thrown away there by Sparrow as he got decked down at the end of that play by Stotts. Schroeder on the coverage, and I don't know if there was even a receiver within 5 or 10 yards of that. Is there a flag down on that far sideline as the officials are conferring?
That was a bootleg pass and a throw on 1st down, trying to mix it up a little bit, but good coverage. The Demons were not caught off guard.
I think they were talking about, did Minot High have a receiver in the vicinity, and Jonas Bubak was close enough to negate that as being any sort of intentional grounding or anything like that for the Magi. Clock stops with 7:09 to play. Minot clinging to a 3-0 lead. They have it 2nd down and 10 from their 25-yard line. Near side hash mark. They motion Rosiska. Fake the jet sweep. Straight ahead run for Blaze Ferry, and he pinballs off a couple tacklers. He's dropped down after a gain of 5. Hit down there by Hudson Schroeder.
That was interesting because both those plays looked exactly the same, but one was the run play off it, and the play before was the pass play off it. They had a little more success with the run play. But they're trying to do a little 3-card Monty here. They're trying to distract the keys and reads of the inside backers and get them guessing at where the play's going.
Both teams with their full allotment of 3 timeouts remaining with 6.5 to play in the contest. A big 3rd down here for the Magi. 3rd and 5 to be exact. And they hand it off, and Blaze Ferry is stacked up and gang tackled. Got hit at the line of scrimmage, twisted ahead for a couple. Schroeder again there to put a stick on him for Bismarck High.
Running up the middle has been tough for both squads tonight. But a lot of the secondaries are playing pretty tight to the line of scrimmage. Even right now, there's no defender more than 5 yards off the ball.
I don't think Minot High is going to snap this, but they maybe got Bismarck High to jump. They did. Oh, baby. From their own 32-yard line, Minot High on 4th down and 2, lined up like they were going to sneak it, and they got Bismarck High to twitch.
Hey, great move by Chauncey. He was just probably see if he can get it. If he didn't, he was going to punt it, and huge. And once again, get excited young men on homecoming night, and they forget situational football every once in a while.
Yeah, that's a big penalty there. 5-yarder gives Minot High a new set of downs and moves it out to their 38-yard line. Handoff. Ferry tries the near side, cuts it up at the sticks, gets ahead for a yard before Judson Meschke, the corner, knifes him down.
Just haven't seen many missed tackles tonight. Maybe a couple, but not many.
Advance tonight's game brought to you by Tires Plus. When you're shopping for tires, shop Tires Plus. Visit them online at TiresPlusND.com. And now the pace has slowed for Minot High. They're into milk the clock mode here, leading 3-0 on your BNC Bank scoreboard with just 5:23 to play in the football game. Now out of the gun, back to pass. And Sparrow slings it, and he's got a man behind the defense. Double move, but he couldn't hit Drago as they had something brewing there, but Sparrow overshoots him at the 35-yard line, and Thomas Drago, the little diminutive receiver for the Magi, had a step.
Sparrow ain't going to want to see that one on huddle when he gets into the film room on Monday. They had him there. But when you don't throw that many times in the game, some of that rhythm and timing just isn't there. But
yeah,
but the good play, and they had him.
Yeah, just to your point, that's just the 10th pass attempted tonight by the junior quarterback Jaden Sparrow. 3rd and 10, quarterback draw, and they can't get the convoy in front of Sparrow as he just gets a couple yards on 3rd and long, gets 2 out to the 40. Tyson Jangler there on the stick for the Demons. And now Minot High on 4th and 8 will punt it away with under 5 minutes to play in the football game.
It was a good point by you with that situational football. Minot had been playing quick tempo, but they're trying to milk the clock and get this game over with, so they definitely slowed their tempo down.
Now they'll let this clock drip down before they snap this punt. Low snap collected by Sparrow. Low kick. Sims on a hop. Catches it at the 30. Makes a man miss. Makes another man miss. Can't make the third man miss as he's dropped down at the 36-yard line. Ethan Pankow, another special teams moment there for Minot High. And Carter Sims is now down for the Bismarck Demons. That looks to be a cramp, I hope. Yep, they're stretching them out. I think every time we've done a game, there's been cramping. we talk about pickle juice, right?
We learned a lot. We learned a lot from Shadron State when we played them one year, and they had a special Gatorade, and we started giving our kids. I mean, we had a hydration plan. If you go into the NDSU locker room, when you go in the urinal, that hydration plan's in front of you. So it's something. It's all part of the game. But you talk about pickle juice, the bananas, and I saw Bob Feeney's wife, and she was talking to Kevin this last week and talking about give those boys some bananas. But it's conditioning, it's hydration, it's potassium, it's all those things. But
Carter Sims up and off under his own power. Gets a nice round of applause from the home sideline for the Bismarck Demons. Yeah, and anybody who's had a cramp like that, those don't feel good. And they're hard to get rid of, too.
Yeah, once you get them for the night, it's hard to get back to full speed.
Well, this Minot defense has been stout. Can Bismarck High mount a drive here to tie or take the lead? And they'll hand it off. Molsoff, a wide side run, and he's gang tackled. First guy there to put a lick on him was Jonas Bubach, the outside backer for Minot High.
His name's sure been called a lot in the last 6 minutes of this football game.
No gain on the play for Molsoff. 14 carries, 55 yards for him. Bismarck High School facing a 2nd down and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Ball right between the hash marks. One receiver left on H-back to the left in an I formation. They play action. Back to pass is Fisher. Into the slots, off the hands of his intended receiver. That's Brock Fettig. Well diagnosed. Jonas Bubach again on the coverage. Bismarck High School misfires, and now they're facing a 3rd down and 10.
They did a nice job of containing that and getting somebody in the quarterback's face on that bootleg, and they covered the low route. So both teams have covered with their boot rules. Good job tonight.
9 of 17 throwing the football now for Caden Fisher. Fettig limps off. Mason Huber brings the play in for the Demons, and Bismarck High facing a 3rd down and 10 to go. Fisher out of the gun. 2 receivers to his left, rolling to the left. Stops in the pocket. He's flushed. He's slammed. He's sacked. Big play for Minot High. Nowhere to go for Fisher. Elijah Ward with a big sack here in the 4th quarter. That Magi defense has been outstanding tonight.
Now here's the tough calls. I mean, it's 4th and 20, so punt it, but you're giving the ball. If you get it back, there isn't going to be much time left. It's hard to surrender that ball over. It's probably the right move. Use your timeouts and play defense.
Bismarck High sends Stotts back into the punting formation. 4th and 20. You have a hard time faking it, too. 4th and 17 to be exact. Stotts with 3 timeouts remaining will punt it away. High end-over-end kick. Tyson Rosiska catches it at his 36. Stutter step, makes one man miss. There he goes. 45-40. Midfield. Flag flies in as Tyson Rosiska with a nice return back to the 40. Check that 35-yard line. Stotts on the hit, the punter, but I think this one's coming back based on the reaction of everyone. Was there a flag? I thought there was a flag.
Nice return.
No, it was the block in the back that didn't happen.
The Phantom, Claude Rains, the Invisible Man. Nice return. He got a little space. Athletic play.
I could have swore I saw a flag. It must be my eyes deceiving me, as nonetheless a huge return there for Tyson Rosiska. Sets Minot up now. 1st and 10 from the Demon 34-yard line with 3:03 to play in the contest.
tight formations. You're going to see delayed play. You're going to see trying to get out of this game.
Handoff, Blaze Ferry, and a lot of contention there right at the line of scrimmage. See if Coach Gibson burns his first time out. He does not. Is the stick there made there by Tyson Jangula after a gain of 1 for Blaze Ferry. He's been a workhorse tonight for Minot High. Ferry with 21 carries, 60 yards in the contest.
That return was very important because it gives Coach Handershut 4 downs down here. He can burn off the whole clock every time. Doesn't have to punt it.
Yeah, first down here would be huge for Minot High School. Play clock down to 3. Minot High gives it off to Ferry, and he's bottled up. And now Coach Gibson will indeed burn his first timeout with 2:15 to play in the contest. A Hub International Insurance timeout. They're located on Burnt Boat Drive in Northwest Bismarck. Ethan Stotts on the hit there for the Demons. Timeout, and we break. 2:15 to play. Minot High leads. They have the football. On your BNC Bank scoreboard, it's Minot High 3, Bismarck 0.
Questions about your future? Here's your real answer. BSC offers hands-on training and a real college experience, making your future a reality. You don't have to travel far and wide for a really great education. Check us out at bismarckstate.edu.
Well, just 2:15 separates Minot High School from a W here at the Community Bowl. They've lost 7 straight. They haven't beat the Demons since 2014. Minot High has a great opportunity here in their West Region opener to come on the road and get a victory. They got it 3rd down and 7. Bismarck High School still with 2 timeouts remaining. But the more important thing, Myron, is just 2:15 remaining in the contest. But the Demons do have those 2 timeouts in their back pockets, so if they can stop Minot High here, they might be able to salvage some time for a late drive. But if Minot gets a first down, this baby's in the ice box.
Yeah, first down, it's over. If not, got a long field, no timeouts. So Minot's sitting in pretty good shape right now.
3rd and 7 out of the gun is Sparrow. They fake a handoff to Junt, and there goes Sparrow, and he's got a lane, and he's got a first down and more to the 30, to the 15, out of bounds he goes at the 12-yard line, and that's a 19-yard gain, and Jaden Sparrow might have just put an exclamation point on this W for Minot High School.
Yes, yeah. Now they can be super conservative, hold on to that ball. Herm Edwards, ball security, victory formation type plays are coming up.
19-yard scamper for Jaden Sparrow on 3rd down and 7. How about the call, too? A little lead option there for your quarterback. Fake it and then run it. Clock stopped as Minot High School had went out of bounds. 2:09 to play, and Minot High School's Chauncey Hendershot asks for and receives timeout. We'll break. 2:09 to play in the football game. BNC National Bank scoreboard. It's Minot High School 3, Bismarck High 0.
Questions about your future? Here's your real answer. BSC offers hands-on training and a real college experience, making your future a reality. You don't have to travel far and wide for a really great education. Check us out at bismarckstate.edu.
Well, we mentioned that Minot High School hasn't beaten Bismarck High since 2014. Last time Minot High School shut out Bismarck High School, 2001. 20 years ago since the last shutout for the Magi. 1st and 10 for Minot High School. They hand it off to Blaze Ferry. He's got both hands on that football, and he's stacked up. Got to the 10-yard line, and head coach Coach Gibson wants a timeout for the Demons. So they let a couple 3-4 seconds roll off there, much to the dismay of the Bismarck High School sideline. We'll keep this one right here as 1:59 to play in the game, and a game reset has Minot leading 3-0. Bismarck High now with just one timeout remaining, so they stop the clock one more time. 25 or so on the play clock. Yeah, it's even if Minot High doesn't even score here, you're going to give Bismarck High School a long field with probably less than a minute to play. And so it's looking pretty, I'm not going to say safe here, but Minot High is in business. Let's just say that.
It's kind of weird because when I was coaching, we always had charts for this, and they're up in the press box with one of your coaches. And if they have this many timeouts left, if we knelt down, how much time can we kill? We had like a play where we'd roll out to the sideline to kill 8 more seconds if we had to. But right now, the challenging thing is you don't want to give Bismarck High the ball back. So, and if you just kneel down here, you're going to give them a shot. Maybe they can do the Stanford band play or something. But it's you might still be a little bit aggressive here rather than kneeling down because you don't want to give them the ball back with any time left.
2nd and 8, 2 tight ends in the formation, and a handoff goes to Blaze Ferry. And there he goes to the 5, to the goal line. Touchdown! Minot High punches it in. There's your aggressive play, coach. And the Magi now lead this thing 9-0.
Once again, burst, and both these running backs, they got something to them. They're WDA running backs. They're going to be fine, these teams, with those guys.
10-yard touchdown scamper for Blaze Ferry with 1:53 to play in the game. Peyton Barch on to attempt the extra point. Minot High didn't even have enough guys on the field. Barch slings it through, and now the flag flies in as sort this thing out.
Yeah, it's always a sick feeling when you're a special teams coordinator and they're lined up ready to kick and one of your guys is trotting on the field.
Minor after the game with 1:53 to play here. We'll have our planning team financial advisors post-game show. You're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession. Planning team financial advisors is here to help you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com.
But it is the first touchdown of the night in that guy's defense, so they haven't practiced that a whole bunch tonight.
I'm sure there's a lot of excitement on that far sideline. The white-cladded Minot Magicians are going to come to the capital city and get a W. Peyton Barch on to attempt the extra point. Badeau has the hold, snap back, hold down, kick up, and Barch slams it through. A touchdown timeout, 1:53 to play in the contest. Minot High impressive on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. It is Minot High 10, Bismarck High 0.
No matter what the size of the project, Bobcat of Mandan has a tough Bobcat skid steer or track loader for any job. Call Bobcat of Mandan and rent the perfect machine. Rentals are available by the day, week, or month with multiple attachment options and even a trailer when available. Special weekend rates too. Bobcat of Mandan also has Doosan excavators and payloaders, plus Coyote tractors for rent. Get the work done fast. Bobcat of Mandan on the Strip.
Enjoy waking up and not having to reach for your glasses? See clearly with LASIK from Bismarck LASIK. Imagine no more hassles or expenses of glasses and contacts. At Bismarck LASIK, our highly experienced LASIK surgeon, Dr. Stephen Wexler, and our state-of-the-art clinic can improve your vision through a quick corrective procedure that's affordable and life-changing. Book your free consultation with Bismarck LASIK. Call 701-222-2020, 701-222-2020, or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
After that touchdown, the ensuing kickoff by Peyton Barch of Minot High sails out of bounds. Bismarck High will take over from their 35-yard line. One timeout remaining for the Demons. Down 10 as Minot High School gets that touchdown with 1:53 to play, and a 10-yard scamper by Blaze Ferry puts the exclamation point on this one. Minot High looking to win their first football game of the season, move to 1-2 on the campaign. More importantly, they'll be 1-0 in conference play in the WDA. Well, Bismarck High needs lightning in a bottle now, Coach. You need a quick one, an onside kick, and a Capital City miracle if you're going to pull something out here.
Yeah, that's what Hollywood scripts are made of, but they do happen.
Caden Fisher rolling right, fires it into the slot, looking for his intended receiver there. Pass falls incomplete. He was looking for Carter Sims. Good to see him back in after the cramping issue he had. As Michael George, good coverage there for the Magi. Hey, our statisticians crew just told us in our earbuds here is 1976 since the last Minot shutout of Bismarck High School. Pass completed. Carter Sims catches that. Breck Thompson knocks him out of bounds, but maybe a yard, maybe no gain on the play.
That was a great play by Breck Thompson. He defeated a block. He set the edge on the bubble screen and made a tackle. That was textbook.
No gain on the play as it's a completed pass, and now you get a penalty flag on that far sideline. And they're talking to the Minot defensive captains, so this looks like it's going to go against the Demons. No official indication yet. Yep. Legal formation, legal procedure on the Demons.
One thing is the Demons O-line has held up protection. I mean, there's been time to throw, and they got a couple young guys in there, and they've held up all night.
So that goes as a completed catch for Carter Sims for -1. Bismarck High now 3rd and 11. Fisher back to pass. Minot just rushes 4. Fisher into the sideline looking for Stotts. That's incomplete as this blanket coverage. This Minot defense has been awesome the entire night. They have, outside of that one drive where Bismarck High, they missed a field goal, did the Demons in the first half, and then they had one end on downs in the second half here. But other than that, boy, Minot High has played exceptionally well on the defensive side of the football. This is the last gaps for the Demons, 4th and 12. Fisher back to pass, goes deep down the far sideline, nobody home as they're going to be flagged there. That's going to be pass interference as Tyler Badeau got tangled up there with Mason Huber. And that looks like it's going to be a PI and 15 yards, and so Bismarck High has a minor glimmer of hope here.
That was great. They always ask you, how do you stop the 4 vertical passing game? Well, you knock one of them down, and it's only 3 vertical passing game. But he got a little bit too much of him as a penalty. But keeping him in front of him, not letting him behind you, 15 yards, keep him in front of you, that's a good play right now by a defensive back. Make them, if they earn anything, make them earn it slow.
Yeah, it's not a spot foul in high school football, so just 15 yards, and you'll take that if you're the Magi. Bismarck High gets a new set of downs with 1:34 to play. Minot leading 10-zip. Fisher out of the gun. Fake a little smoke screen. Now they go middle screen, and it's caught. And going to be another flag on the play, as might have had an illegal man downfield there, as Jonas Bubak gets the hit on Cole Johnner.
I think the running back might have been past the line of scrimmage. He might have been the one too. The lineman is supposed to be downfield on a screenplay. We'll see. My old eyes, I don't know if I can see it that well.
Well, we still get the white hats indicating that it is indeed a legal man downfield on the Bismarck Demons. So that'll be a 5-yarder. 7 penalties tonight for the Demons have hamstrung them. Just a couple bobbles here, a couple penalties here, and it's stymied most of these Demon drives the entire night. 1st and 15 for Bismarck High School. 1:25 to play in the game. Clock rolls. Fedig motions into trips right. Rolling right is Fisher. Going to go backside post, and that ball is tipped away. They were looking for Mason Huber, and Ethan Panko was the guy who batted it down. But, boy, there was a trio of secondary players back there for Minot High. And the Demons having to throw it up. I beg your pardon, that was not Mason Huber. It was intended for Cole Johnner.
Interesting is because they're on the right hash, and they rolled into the short side of the field, but they were trying to throw to the backside space the whole time on the play.
2nd and 15, Demons throw a quick hitter. This time, Huber's got it, sheds one man, scoots up the far sideline, going to step out of bounds. at the Minot 41-yard line. A gain of 14. Panko shoves him out of bounds there. Clock stops momentarily, or now it'll stop. He's out of bounds. 3rd down and 1 upcoming for the Demons with 1:08 to play in the contest. Next action for the Demons, they will host West Fargo Cheyenne next week. And as mentioned, Minot High will be our coverage game on the PSP network next week as they will host Mandan in their homecoming. Back to pass is Fisher. Rolling, flips it into the slots, and it's caught there by Carter Sims. 1st down for the Demons to the 37. Michael George. Well, he's been active tonight, too. Michael George had a great defensive game for the Magi.
I thought your next line was going to be Rawhide after your rolling. Yeah, Michael George has had a great effort tonight. He's really stood out. I've noticed him many, many times tonight. Good player.
Sims with the 1st down reception for the Demons. 1st and 10 Bismarck with 1:01 to play. Fisher back to pass. Deep fade pattern, far sideline. Getting tangled up with a defender at the 10-yard line. Cole Johnner was the intended receiver, and it was Tyler Badeau step for step with Cole Johnner.
Depends if you're an offensive coach or you're a defensive coach. But as a defensive coach, that was pretty good coverage by Badeau. He had a little bit of hands on him, but he had good positioning. He was in phase. And I heard people talking about it last night in the Cowboys-49ers game about, a little bit of push, little hand driving, but good. He was in good position.
2nd and 10 for the Demons. Fisher's back to pass. Looked like they're setting up a screen. Now they throw it late. It's caught by Fedig. Sheds a couple. He's on his feet still. Turns it up north and south. Positive gain out to the 32. It's a 5-yard gain. Coach Gibson will burn his final timeout as tracking it down from behind for the hit was Caden Turnbow of Minot High School. Demons now out of timeouts with 45 seconds to play. We'll keep this right here as we can tell you that tonight's game brought to you in part by Chuppy Clinic, where they offer more than just basic adjustments of the spine. Find them online at chuppy.com.
Football's a weird game. It's imperfect. That's probably their worst job they did at running that R-slip middle screen, but they ended up throwing the guy that was covered, and it ended up being their best execution and yards out of the play. So sometimes it's just athletes, and even if it doesn't look good.
Fedig with his 3rd grab tonight for 13 yards of receiving. Ethan Stotts has been the best receiver, the leading receiver for Bismarck High School tonight with 7 catches, 71 yards. But on this drive, Minot High has been bracketing him as they're not going to let Caden Fisher's big play receiver find a way to get in the end zone here with 45 seconds to play. Now you're almost in a situation where you got to start taking some shots here, because even if you do score, you got to leave yourself enough time for an onside kick and another drive. So this has got to be something going towards the end zone, I would imagine.
Yes, but they are in striking distance now.
Yeah, and at what point do you get close enough to take a field goal, right? Because you need 2 scores. Bismarck High slings it into the slot. Paul caught there by Sims. Going to have a 1st down. Clock's going to stop momentarily as Sims has it down to the 21-yard line. Bismarck High will run up and spike the football. 10-yard gain for Sims. As Fisher will get under center and take the snap, spike it down. Clock stops with 33 seconds to play. Well, the Minot student section. Nicely done. Catch that on our crowd mic or field level mic on the PSP network tonight.
They made their trip down across the big lake and came down to watch the game.
Bismarck High School, 2nd and 10 now after the spike to stop the clock with 33 seconds to play. Fisher back to pass. Throws it, and was his knee down when he caught the football? Fedig grabbed it, and boy, if that's a completed pass, clock's going to roll as Jonas Bubak. Yep, it was a completed pass for a loss of 2. Now Bismarck High School, are they going to spike it? Now they just got to run a play with 15 seconds, 14 seconds, 13 seconds. The Demons back to pass. Far or near sideline, pass caught, and Preston Lamar with the grab. He grabs it at the 19. Leighton Ludwig shoves him out of bounds there. Clock stops with 8 seconds to play, and this one is just about final. Maybe a snap or 2 remaining for Bismarck High School. Minot High going to pick up their first victory of the season. Demons are going to fall to 1-2 on the campaign. Minot High will rush 4. Fisher back to pass. Flips it to the corner of the end zone, jousted in the corner, and it's incomplete. Pass intended there for Cole Johnner.
What I really like on those plays by Tyler Badeau is he's keeping vision on the man and feel on him, and he's seeing the ball. He's not putting himself where he's blind to the ball. So he's doing a good job of covering that, and he's well coached.
Yeah, it's been the secondary. It's been the stoutness in the middle. It's been some good linebacker play. It's been all levels tonight for this Magi defense. And the Demons, one final snap here with 3 seconds to play. They got it 4th and 7. Oh, was that 4th down right there? I thought that was 3rd down. Looks to be some confusion as
the yard marker says 4th. unless the chain gang fell asleep on us here. It's getting a little late.
Well, Minot High is one snap away from finishing this one off in shutout fashion. That was indeed 4th down. Boy, that slipped by me.
Yeah, maybe we fell asleep.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, exactly.
Here's the victory formation.
Yep. As Jaden Sparrow takes the snap, takes a knee, and this one has gone final. An impressive victory on the road tonight for the Minot Magicians. They come to town and in shutout fashion defeat the Bismarck Demons. First victory over the Demons for the Magi since 2014. First shutout over the Demons since, get this folks, 1971. What's that, 50 years? Yeah, 50 years.
Yeah.
Holy cow. 50 years between shutout victories for Minot High over the Bismarck Demons. Our post-game show brought to you by the Planning Team Financial Advisors comes up next. Final score from the Community Bowl tonight. BNC National Bank scoreboard it is. Minot High 10, Bismarck 0. We're back with our post-game after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
This live digital radio broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Subway, Hub International Insurance, The Medicine Shop, Bismarck State College, Bobcat of Mandan, Tires Plus, Chuppy Chiropractic Clinic, Bismarck LASIK, and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Make sure to stay up to date with all things high school athletics at psp.network. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Have real questions about your future? Here's your real answer. BSC offers hands-on training and a real college experience, making your future a reality. You don't have to travel far and wide for a really great education. Check us out at bismarckstate.edu.
Got big plans? No matter what the size of the project, Bobcat of Mandan has a tough Bobcat skid steer or track loader for any job. Call Bobcat of Mandan and rent the perfect machine. Rentals are available by the day, week, or month with multiple attachment options, and even a trailer when available. Special weekend rates too. Bobcat of Mandan also has Doosan excavators and payloaders, plus Coyote tractors for rent. Get the work done fast. Bobcat of Mandan on the Strip.
Time for the Planning Team Financial Postgame Show. Planning Team Financial Advisors, here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online, planningteam.com. Now for the Planning Team Financial Postgame Show.
Minot High wins this one 10-0 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Minot High gets a touchdown from Blaze Ferry late in that fourth quarter for the exclamation point. They get a field goal in the first quarter from Peyton Barch. That's all the scoring tonight. A hard-fought victory for Chauncey Hendershot's crew as they come to Bismarck and defeat the Bismarck Demons 10-0. Minot improves to 1-2 overall. Next action for them will be homecoming next week, Friday nights against Mandan. We'll have that game for you on the PSP Network. Bismarck High School falls to 1-2. Next action for the Demons, they'll be at home next Friday night against West Fargo Cheyenne. Defense, I guess you got to go there, right? For the Minot Magicians, they were stout the entire night. They limit Bismarck High, and they did it on all three levels.
Oh, yes, very good on defense. And it's one of those things with how, you sit and watch the game, but Minot, this is a big night for Minot. They haven't done this to Bismarck in a long time, and this is a big hurdle for them for the rest of their season. Maybe they've had a couple more weeks to get used to the loss of their tailback and find their groove and their new players, and where Bismarck High just had it happen this week. So Minot played good defense. It was going to be a 1 or 2 play game, and they got those plays and got a field goal, and they got that punt return, and it's a difference in the game. But a very good fought game, and a lot of season left for both squads.
Yeah, and there wasn't a lot of offense. I mean, neither team really got much going in the football game. The numbers are going to show that Bismarck High School had the advantage in yards, but hey, Minot had the most of their opportunities, and their defense came up big in those big moments when Bismarck High was threatening.
Yeah, and I mean, that was the whole thing. Is the one thing is it kind of umbrellaed, kept them in front of them the whole game, and whenever, the couple of times that Bismarck did get down in the close to the red zone in that area, Minot stepped up. So in 4-down territory. So, hats off to the Minot High defense, and that's one thing. Both teams can leave here tonight feeling good about their defense, and they're going to both leave here tonight thinking about how can we generate a little bit more offense.
Yeah, indeed. As the final numbers for Minot High, they finished with 127 yards of total offense. They rushed the football 34 times for 90 yards. They didn't complete a pass. They only attempted 2 passes in the second half, so 37 yards of passing in the game. So you win a game with 127 yards of offense. Your defense played exceptionally well, and a tip of the cap to the defensive coordinator and that entire defensive unit for the Magi tonight.
Yeah, and the old coaches like Raleigh Greeno would love that. They believed if you threw the ball, 2 out of 3 things that could happen are bad, and they like the running game. They feel it makes you hard-nosed, so they like what they saw tonight.
And then we say that Bismarck High is going to win the yardage battle. Yeah, they do, but the Demons tonight with just 173 yards of total offense, so just a tish over 300 yards of offense for both teams. It was definitely the equivalent of a mutter and about 3 yards in a cloud of dust for most of the night. And, hey, neither team turned the football over. Bismarck High hamstrung by a few penalties, and just a hard-fought win for Minot High School tonight.
Yes, that's what Minot did the best, is they made Bismarck High play on a long field and just no miscues, no fumbles, no botches, no pick sixes, no – the miscues are usually what ends up – or missed assignments, so people just get a 80-yard run or those type of things. Played good defense. They fit their gaps, and just kept Bismarck High in front of them the whole night. And a lot of times in high school football, there's some mistakes that put points on the board, and you just didn't see that tonight.
Well, a lot of things to come yet here on our Planning Team Financial postgame show. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work towards their financial freedom. We'll come back and give you a scoreboard update, a couple post-game things to hand out tonight, including our Jobbers Moving and Storage Move of the Game and our Player of the Game brought to you by Sport Clips. That and our upcoming PSP broadcast schedule after this break. A final score, BNC National Bank scoreboard from the Community Bowl in Bismarck tonight. Minot on the road picks up a W, 10-0 over the Bismarck Demons. Back after this break on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Got big plans? No matter what the size of the project, Bobcat of Mandan has a tough Bobcat skid steer or track loader for any job. Call Bobcat of Mandan and rent the perfect machine. Rentals are available by the day, week, or month with multiple attachment options, and even a trailer when available. Special weekend rates too. Bobcat of Mandan also has Doosan excavators and payloaders, plus Coyote tractors for rent. Get the work done fast. Bobcat of Mandan on the Strip.
Would you enjoy waking up and not having to reach for your glasses? See clearly with LASIK from Bismarck LASIK. Imagine no more hassles or expenses of glasses and contacts. At Bismarck LASIK, our highly experienced LASIK surgeon, Dr. Stephen Wexler, and our state-of-the-art clinic can improve your vision through a quick corrective procedure that's affordable and life-changing. Book your free consultation with Bismarck LASIK. Call 701-222-2020, 701-222-2020, or schedule online at bismarcklasik.com.
Now we're back on our Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. You're looking for your full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession. The Planning Team Financial Advisors are here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com. Good to have the Planning Team on board for our post-game sponsor on all of our PSP Network broadcasts. Hope you enjoyed our digital audio and video broadcast tonight, our first one video-wise in the Bismarck Mandan community. So hope you all enjoyed that, as Minot High sure enjoyed it as they come to town and they win 10-0 over the Bismarck Demons as they improve their record to 1-2, 1-0 in conference play, and the Demons fall to 1-2, and their record is now a level 1-1 in conference play. All right, a couple of things to do here, Myron. First off, it's our Player of the Game, brought to you by Sport Clips, as the Sport Clips experience at Sport Clips in Bismarck on 411 South 3rd Street. They give you the MVP haircut experience. Nothing feels like that MVP experience at Sport Clips. And tonight's Player of the Game, hey, I'm going with an entire unit tonight. 11 guys contributed on that defensive side of the football for Minot High, and so we're giving it to the entire defensive unit for the Magi.
Great call. Like you said, it's been 50 years since that's happened, and you had to play as a unit the whole night, and no mistakes, can't let anybody out the gate, and they deserve it.
Yeah, they limited Bismarck High. I mean, 170 yards or so of offense tonight, and hardly a big play to be found for the Bismarck Demons. They had a 20-yard catch by Ethan Stotts and an 11-yard run for Ashton Mosoff. But, man, other than that, it was about 3 yards, 2 yards here and there, and that Minot defense was stout tonight. The Magi win it, and congratulations. Your Player of the Game, brought to you by Sport Clips in Bismarck, is that Minot High defense. Sport Clips brings you this MVP of this matchup. Sport Clips located at South 3rd Street and is the home to the MVP haircut experience. Sport Clips brings you tonight's game MVP, the Minot Magi Defense Collective Unit. Here's a BNC National Bank scoreboard update. Finals in from across 11 AA football has number 1 Century outlasting West Fargo. Final across town here was 41-13. Century improves to 3-0 on the season. Mandan picks up their first victory of the season as they defeat Williston 47-6. Final score in Fargo tonight has Davies defeating Legacy 27-7. Dickinson picks up their first victory of the season as they win 35-21. I checked that. That's not Dickinson's first victory. 35-21 over Fargo North. And maybe a bit of a surprise in Jamestown tonight is the Blue Jays knock off number 1 St. Mary's. They were both undefeated. Jamestown wins it 20-7. And a late score in just starting the fourth quarter of play has West Fargo Cheyenne now has crawled on top of Fargo Shanley 28-23. So there's your finals from across the scoreboard tonight's your BNC National Bank scoreboard. All right, Myron, final thing we have to do here is to hand out our Jobbers Moving and Storage Move of the Game. As Jobbers is one of our new sponsors, and they bring you tonight's Move of the Game. They can help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Well, it took until the fourth quarter, and we bring you our Jobbers Move of the Game, a huge touchdown, the exclamation point late in the contest, 1:53 to play. Minot clinging to a 3-0 lead, and you're wondering, are they going to kneel down on it? Are they going to be aggressive? Well, man, they gave it to their tailback Blaze Ferry, and he scampered 10 yards for a touchdown, the exclamation point for the Magi.
Yeah, and it was against a crowded house. I mean, they knew they weren't going to throw, and they won back set, and they were kind of running up the clock, seeing what they can do, but being fairly aggressive rather than kneeling down. And Blaze hit a seam, and it was explosive play, and it was the one that for sure put the game out of reach.
Blaze Ferry's 10-yard run in the fourth quarter to cap this off for the Magi is your Jobbers Moving and Storage Move of the Game. They focus on the details of the process without ever losing sight of the big picture. Comprehensive service, proactive checks, double checks, ongoing communication. They ensure attention to every step of your move is handled. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com, one of our newest sponsors on the PSP network. Good to have Jobbers Moving and Storage on board. All right, next up, upcoming action for us. Our schedule next week looks like this, folks, on the PSP network. Has Thursday night, we will be in Minot for Dickinson and Minot. That's volleyball action, Thursday night, September 16th. Then next Friday, doubleheader action right here on the PSP network as you got doubleheader football. Shanley and St. Mary's from Schmeeker Field will be our Bismarck Mandan broadcast. That's a 7 o'clock start, 6:40 pregame. And then up in Minot, we'll have two teams coming off a victory. Mandan will be in Minot at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. That'll be a 7 o'clock start as well, 6:40 pregame. Again, on the PSP network, doubleheader football next Friday. Shanley and St. Mary's, Mandan and Minot. Well, Coach, that was fun. Welcome back to the PSP broadcast booth, buddy.
Had a hoot. Thank you. It was a fun night, and we'll see you later down the road this season.
Hey, big thanks to all of our sponsors tonight, including our in-game sponsors, BNC National Bank, Hub International Insurance brings you our timeouts. Tonight's game brought to you by the Medicine Shop in Bismarck, Tires Plus in Bismarck, Chuppy Clinic in Bismarck. Our post-game, as always, brought to you by the Planning Team Financial Advisors, and your player of the game brought to you by Sport Clips. For Nick Hallberg and my partner tonight, Myron Schultz, Todd Domrey's repeating your final score on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Minot High comes to Bismarck and gets a W. The Minot Magicians 10, Bismarck High School 0. That's a final. That's a wrap. Until next time, thanks for joining us, and so long from the Bismarck Community Bowl.
This live digital radio broadcast presentation on the PSP Network is brought to you by BNC National Bank, Subway, Hub International Insurance, The Medicine Shop, Bismarck State College, Bobcat of Mandan, Tires Plus, Chuppy Chiropractic Clinic, Bismarck LASIK, and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Make sure to stay up to date with all things high school athletics at PSP.network. Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.